my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited.
Don't talk to me! Cuties in a video.
Griff gang.
Good for you. Hi, me again. Hi, are you serving cheeseburgers right now? Like these people who have, like, they have children. Can you not take them to the park?
Rage, more rage.
I gave my cats away for you.
I'm not a marriage scammer.
Exactly, teardrop.
My dad, my uncle.
Dad, if you're watching this, sue Slimer. I'm not hungry. Like, that salad really filled me up.
You think your life will be so much better struggling here with 500 kids and no money? Okay, good luck. Ethan's my brother. He's my brother. You know? Giddy up! Hillbilly, crap, white trash people.
Woo! Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Glad to see all your lovely faces in chat on this Sunday morning. Hello, I am Hellfire, Missing Mimic, Unknown Poster, Shell Vicious, Just Deb, Allie Posh, Andy Tarot, Foodies, Wasted. What is that? I don't know what that is. My Love of Crafts. Hello, Kitchen Zombie, Sassy Mama, Drama B, Kiva, Fifi48. Hello, Dynamite, Tina B, Trash and Champagne, Darkest Coven, Sushi, Mystique Holiday, Sweet Daily Win, Misty Dawn, hello, Charlotte, good to see you, Finny, goodbye, Kyle, Salah's purse buckle. Fucking Christ, bro. The fact, okay, listen, she tried to walk it back damn near the very next day, but she left everything up. I was kind of shocked that the video stayed on her Kick channel longer, as long as they did. So woke up today, took a look at Chantal's Kick. Last night's live stream is there, but outside of that, like the last 4 days have been deleted. The stream where she called his family, dogs and inbred and talked about Norin, had all these things to say, poof, gone like a fart in the wind, like it never happened. Hey, Panda Pondu. Loke Dog, Dapper Dog, Jesse Flower, Crystal, everybody just coming in. And here's the thing. This Foodie is so fucking funkled. Okay, I know it's Sunday and I'm going to try to be on my best behavior, but please do not hold the bar very high today. Hello, Evil Angel. I cannot believe that somebody could come online and say the kind of things that she said and act the way that she did. And she's still been going in on him just because, you know, she's still holding on to hope. And you can tell, hey, Co-Blue, that she really, really, really wants Salah to unblock her and make it out like, oh, I'm impulsive, I have anger issues, but she's still talking mad shit about Salah during this time because she can't help herself. But to think that he will just circle back around, and to be fair, I think he would, right? Because we all know what Salah is after. The problem comes with Salah's family. So trying to keep that Chantal went on her channel and did all this would be the goal. And I was scrolling Twitter the other day, and I believe somebody, I can't remember who. Let me think. It's been a lot of things that have happened. I can't remember specifically, but somebody, let me check. Okay. Yes, just a little bit, babe. Somebody posted Salah's sister's Instagram and just was giving an update that she had posted, I believe, the same day that Chantal did the rage towards the family. So with that being said, okay, you're not going to tell me that the family doesn't know. Like Foodie has told us, and I do believe this to be true, that his family does watch her channel. They know about her social media. So let's say they didn't. Let's say they weren't checking on Chantel's Kick or her YouTube, or maybe once Chantal lost her monetization on YouTube, maybe Salah never told his family that she has a Kick platform. Okay, that's a possibility, right? But now that we know, hey, Miss T, Cat Lady, Smokey, everybody, that Salah's sisters, and it's been out there, right? I just kind of forgot about it. If these people are willing to contact Chantal's apartment complex, be like, I just want to let you know that you have a filthy Canadian that is squatting in one of your apartments. You're not going to tell me that somebody didn't slide it into Salah's sister's Instagram DMs and been like, I think this is something that you might want to show your family, because they did. I'm not saying that I know that. I'm just saying I know because it's this community, right? So Chantal, it's over. You're not going to tell me that it's not fucking over. And the fact that she's talking about she is treating this like it's just a drive around the corner, like she did with dishwasher. I just need to get into the house. She looked up last night how much tickets were, because they have a child together. I know you all know what I'm talking about. She referred to Julia, the cat. Hello, Miss T, Missing Mimic. Hello. I don't know if I said hello to you guys. Great Aunt Ray. Hello. As a child, and says she needs to get to Syria to get her child basically and bring her back home. That's her plan. So, and this is what I told Sam. I was like, you realize that this psycho, like, she's not just talking shit. She would take her death fat self, as sick as she is, and she would squeeze into one seat if she could come up with the money. And she would fly her ass to Syria, and she would tell Salah, I'm here. Bring me Julia. But that's not what she wants. She doesn't just want to go to Syria, collect Julia, and take her back home. She has convinced herself that Salah just needs to see her. And once he lays eyes on the Canadian, that he won't be able to resist her. That is what she has convinced herself of. Basically, she just needs to get into the family home. This has just begun. I don't care what happens today. I don't care if she comes online and she acts sweet and innocent and like nothing happened and we're just going to, keep our relationship offline. Please believe me, you hold your ticket and set tight, because this shit is going to get fucking good. This is over. And I told you guys, what did I say to you all? What did I say? When this is over, you motherfuckers are going to know it. Okay. And you will. And it's not over yet, but we are well on our way. Like, it's over. It is over, but it hasn't registered in her funkle fucking head yet that it's over. Okay. So there you have it. There's the pre-talk before we get into the actual game. Hello, Wrexham. Julia is the new CPAP excuse to stay involved. It is. And then if he could just let me know what's happening with the divorce, Chantal, if you weren't paying attention when his family escorted you out of Syria, you've been divorced. I do believe that the two of these numbnuts figured out a way for them to get married. Absolutely. Carlotta, I seen you in chat. Hello, Oof the Taco. Good to see you. Lottie Lion. Hello. They did. I don't know, hey, Pink Warrior, how valid it was. And when they moved from Kuwait to Syria, I can't answer those questions, but I do believe that they figured out a way to get married. I am pretty confident with that. But the family made sure that was taken care of before she left Syria. Salah just told her that to keep her on the hook, to keep the money coming in. If Salah could just tell me what's going to happen with the divorce, you're divorced, sweetheart. Okay. Your romance scammers family made sure that was taken care of when they escorted you out of Syria. You just don't want to accept it. Wrexham, thank you for the support, hon. Hello, Big Bertha. She's not hardly talked about Julia except when they fight. That's the only time she wants to bring her up. Also, if she didn't report they're married to the Canadian government, it's not binding. Exactly. Oh, yes. So and I think we'll play that clip today. She's talking to the chat. Chat's like, you're not fucking married, bro. You're divorced. I am. It is illegal. It's a real marriage. You think you know more than Chat GPT? And then she starts talking to Chat GPT on her phone or whatever. And then she's reading back what Chat GPT says, and she stops. She says, can a Canadian go to Kuwait and can they be legally married? And she said, yes, they can. And then she didn't read the rest of it. She stopped right there. Why? Because exactly what you just said, Big Bertha. She never reported that they were married in Canada. She didn't have the proof. She didn't have the actual marriage certificate. They made sure to send her ass back home with nothing. And you want to know how I know that? Because if she had the marriage certificate at this point, she would have whipped it off. She would have whipped it out and put it right in your fucking face and been like, oh, we're not married. What's this? Do you think that she cares about the privacy of the marriage certificate at this point? Fuck no, she does not. Big Bertha, thank you for the support. And that's a good question. I'm not sure. Walmart Foodie Scooty, hello. Let me scroll down. Hello, Butter Crumpet. Good morning. Good to see you in chat. The Scooties have arrived in Arkansas. Ooh, girl, this move has been an adventure. Yes, locking the keys in the U-Haul and the truck at a gas station. What, girl? Oh, thoughts and prayers to you. Hey, that makes it a real adventure, though. And thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. She's got a pic on her phone at best. Maybe, but she herself must know that something is not right about whatever she's been shown or given, because she would have already showed the people whatever she has. Okay, so there's that. So whatever happens in the next couple of days coming up, I'm excited. I'm excited to see. And I do think that she's going to pull the classical, we're just not going to talk about a relationship anymore. Yes, we're still married. Yes, we're still together. Yes, we still have a plan. I think she will try. Try. Glitter Warrior, it's your birthday, girl. Congratulations on making another year. Happy birthday, hun. Hell yeah. Hey, tired as fuck. I don't know that it's going to play out today. I really don't, because, we are in a cycle. And then I seen somebody else had post like these different emotions that Chantal goes through on Twitter. And like she has to build back around to the angry, upset part before she starts to lose her shit again. Drama B says, we know now 100% everything we have said about this fake marriage has been cheating on her. He's been cheating on her for 3 years. Oh, everything that we've said, it's been true. Everything. But it doesn't take, yeah, it feels good to be right. But come on now. It would take an absolute fucking idiot not to see through what exactly this was. Drama B, good to see you, honey. Thank you for the support. Bunny Melon, thank you for being a member for 18 months. Appreciate you, girl. Hello, Lip Gloss. I think he's still scamming. Hold on. The more days she doesn't hear from Salah, the angrier she will get. Okay, so, and that's another thing. Trust and believe she is definitely trying to pondu Salah right now. When she leaves her, because she's been live streaming a lot. Hey, Sinatra says, it's like that feeling before a giant thunderstorm. Yeah, exactly. She's been streaming a lot. And I think when she disappears and we don't hear from her for a couple of hours, I think she's definitely making alt accounts, because he hasn't unblocked her. And she said yesterday that he hadn't unblocked her. And I don't have any reason not to believe that. You could tell by the way that she was acting. He still has not responded to her. But we know that she's sitting around and she's making alt account after alt account after alt account after alt account. And then she's only going to make so many before she absolutely explodes and loses her shit if he doesn't respond. The odds of him responding, I think it's very possible, because he knows that Chantal is going to blow and she's going to tell it all. Art says that Salah keeps her blocked. We are in uncharted territory. Yep. She's always been able to access her exes. I'm pumped and buckled in. This might get good. No, there is no might to this situation. It will get good. Even if it takes a couple of more weeks, it's going to get, even if things calm down and we go back into, oh, she's talking about traveling and Salah's her soulmate, it's only temporary. It's only temporary, and it's going to be a worse blowout than it was the first go around. So finally, some excitement in Chantal verse. Super excited about that, Chantal. I love when you're unhinged. There's nothing that I love more than when Chantal does not get her fucking way. Because Chantal is a narcissist, and you will never put baby cutie in the corner. Hello, Fumos. Just the thought of Salah being gone for good is making my days better and better. Epic crash out is coming soon. I can feel it in my bones. Me too. Dude, is all I can think about. Dead ass. Yes, Miss T, fuck your whole bloodline. I mean, that sealed the fucking deal. Maybe you should have got some help for your anger a long time ago, Chantal. Did you ever think about that? Fumos, thank you for the support, hun. She's been going into reaction channels under different names. Oh, I don't doubt that at all. Happy support group Sunday service and love you all very much. Love you too, girl. Oh, she's definitely got herself worked up for sure. Duping Delight, hello, hello. Big Bertha, thank you again, girl. I appreciate you. So listen, with that being said, she kind of messed up my day because I just had timestamps I was going to go over. I didn't have time to download her shit. But that's okay. We're going to watch Barbecue Chillin's recap, and then we are going to pivot into last night's stream because there's a lot of shit she says in there and a lot I want to go over. The Dubai guy, what was the name of the Dubai guy? I don't know. I'm sure somebody in the chat can answer that. Let me get this pulled up. Give me just a moment here. All right. Salah was engaged before Chantal. Oh, yes, she did admit that and wanted to adopt a kid. That was interesting when she said that. I thought that Salah didn't want kids, Chantal. I thought you told the community that Salah was totally fine not having kids and that you didn't even think that he wanted kids. What happened to that? Because then when you were smoking your blunt in your hijab outside of your apartment building, you told the internet it was the plan. I can't even do it. Literally made my skin crawl. Hey, Silent Chelsea. Well, I didn't realize we were going to meet today either. Just kind of last minute. Marion Streef, welcome to the official support group. Thank you for joining, hun. We appreciate you. Did I drop the link in the chat? I did. Make sure you sub up the original creator, Barbecue Chillin'. We love them so much. The link is at the top of the chat, or it should be. There we go. My skin fucking crawled when she talked about they were going to try to adopt a child when he got to Canada. Fucking gross. Ugh. Anywho, let's get into it. There's so much to talk about. Hey, I don't think Dorky Shitstain is in here yet, but I just seen the post that they had retweeted or they shared on their Twitter. And there's nothing to back this up with, but I think it's interesting that somebody said this. But, it is this community. We are a little crazy. There's a lot of troll buddies here that like to troll our community as well. Sarah Loves Buddy says, Foodie is priority over Salah. The money amount he gets isn't enough to go for this BS. She's pissed he didn't fall for her as if it's all fake. Anyways, I agree, girl. And thank you so much for the support. Good to see you. Where is it at? I'm pretty sure I retweeted it. Let me go to my profile really quick. Okay, so the person on Twitter said, and again, just take this with a grain of salt like you do everything else, but I do find it interesting because we are learning more and more about Salah's family and Chantal's feelings towards Salah's cousins, specifically Noor, and the stories that she told about what was it, Sasa, that had the picture, the selfie of Salah in Noor's phone. I kind of am on the page where they had Salah's picture to show it around, probably looking for a wife to replace Chantal. But really, at the end of the day, who knows, right? Anywho, this person on Twitter says Noor is Salah's first wife, and they have 4 kids together, the youngest being 10 years old. Now, again, I don't know if there's any truth with that, but it's worth entertaining just for the shits and giggles, right? Hello, Fauntleroy. Good to see you. How long until we see the username Wet Spot Pondu? I'm sure it's probably already floating around, Font. It's out there for sure. That wet spot was disgusting. And you're not going to tell me that was because she uses the bidet. No, that is swamp ass. That's not bidet water. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, what you've seen and we're going to see once I hit the play on this video. It was not bidet water. It was swamp ass. That is a severe out of control type 2 case of swamp ass. Carol, hello. The more Delulu, the better the entertainment. It's so true. And you know what? It would be great. It really would, that if it all just happened and we had this big blow up and it's like, whoo, like, oh my God, can you believe that just happened? But I think this is going to be the better gift because it's going to be stretched out over the next couple of weeks. So there's that to look forward to. And thank you for the support, hun. Yeah, swamp ass. I think it's swamp ass. I don't know what else it could be. Maybe some kind of medical emergency. I don't know what kind of medical emergency makes you squirt that kind of water out of your asshole. I'm unfamiliar. So Graham Tom says bidet water. I just opened the app, guys. I know, and it's Sunday. It is what it is. You know what you're getting yourself into around here, Graham Tom. And thank you for the support. A prolapse? Is that what happens? I don't know. I've never looked into what happens when you experience some kind of like a prolapse asshole. I don't know. That's a lot, guys. It is early. We'll take votes in the chat when we get to that part of the video. She said he was engaged before and had a wedding ring. She also said he went back and forth to Syria. So I don't think it's a mad theory, to be honest. Ooh, really, Butter Crumpet? Hey, 10KD. Oh, this all is going to get so good. I like watching Barbecue Chillin's intro to see how skinny Foodie was 3 years ago, because she claims present day, and I'm never going to not tell this story over and over, Chantal, in case you're here listening. She claims to this day that she is skinnier now than she was here. I'll let the audience judge for themselves. Wow. Can we all just take a moment to also appreciate the fact that she's singing about dishwashers dong? Wasn't it? Or was it Peter's? I'm pretty sure it's dishwashers. Unknown poster. Hello. In my opinion, she thought she could easily make him love her because she thinks she's better than him and is angry that he doesn't. Oh, yes. She doesn't just think that she's better than him. She thinks she's better than all Syrian people. She is a bigot. She is a racist. We've been saying this since day one. Just like she thought that she was better than Nader. And that's the reason why. She's really fucking disgusting. Unknown poster, thank you for the support, hun. Big Bertha Jean says, I've been saying I know you have. Big Bertha has been saying that Salah has a family since the beginning, since he's been around. And I was kind of always team, I don't think so. And that could be one of those things I would be willing to be wrong about. What I wasn't willing to be wrong about is the fact that he's a romance scammer. And I don't think anybody was, right? But just so in case you're listening, Chantal, nobody believes Salah loves you for your good looks and personality, sweetheart. Bertha, thank you for the support. Drama B says she used Sasa to open Noor's phone and Sasa did not walk up with the phone open to his pic. Oh, I don't believe that either. No, absolutely not. Can you imagine it was Peter's? Yes, because she was talking about how big his was. That is so wrong. It's a new level of evil. She wasn't just going through Salah's phone. She was going through his relative's phone because, we want to know how she had access. She was babysitting. I believe there were days that they used Chantal as a babysitter because that's all she could do was just sit there and entertain children. She was basically a freak show for the kids to sit there and they just sit there. They were like, here's my phone, kid, play with this and sit here with Chantal. They weren't looking at the phones. They were sitting there staring at Chantal. The women were working, they were cleaning, they were cooking dinner. She wasn't physically able, nor did she want to do any of that. So she volunteered to sit in the living room, probably on Noor's couch, and babysit the children while the women worked. And she knew that they had their parents' phones and their devices, and they would, Chantal, bring it here, little girl. Let me see what's in your mommy's phone. That's how she's seen the picture. Fucking sicko. Drama Beat, thank you for the support. Not only going through Salah's phone, but going through his family's devices. She told on herself. Sure did. That shit is psychotic. That I've never heard. I hear about women and vice versa, men going through their partners. You hear that shit every day, right? But to go through like one of their cousins' phones so you can see what they're saying about you, that's next level, Chantal.
Ow. I have anxiety. It's very busy here right now. Holy shit. Thank you.
Did y'all see where she got her wheelchair stuck around the young teenage boys? I would be mortified. I could be with my son and his friends and in a situation like that, and my soul would leave my body, okay? And these are complete strangers. Look at their shoes. They're young kids.
It's very busy here right now. Holy shit.
10KD says, not even joking, but I think if her and Salah ever meet up again, there will be a big blow up and she'll do something to him. She's a psychopath. Yeah, listen, it could be really crazy. I don't doubt that at all.
Thank you.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
All good. Thank you. Thank you. My scooter got stuck in the door. It's hot out today, bro. Yeah, it's like 20 something degrees. It's like perfect. Let me get my wallet. I have my insulin. It's on an ice pack. I don't know where to go. Where we go?
She's got her insulin on her mobility scooter. It's in an ice pack. I am dead. So she's riding around. I didn't know that. I missed that part somehow. She's riding around on her mobility scooter, eating. Is this where she eats the ice cream? If not, she goes to the restaurant, eating regardless, right? Hey, Kyle. And has her insulin in the basket on ice. Bitch, she has her insulin on. I don't have the words. I don't.
Oh, you go. Bro, should I get off at the market or should we go down further to
Girl, our temperature plummeted too. We were having it was like 89 degrees the other day and it got down in the 40s last night. Crazy shit.
This saggy job is looking like a diva. Yeah, thank you. I'm in a better mood now, but at night, I get very depressed sometimes.
Night when my romance scammer isn't sending me sweet nothings like, hey, honey bun, how are you? It's just really hard for me, guys. I don't know how I'm going to make it through. I don't know how I'm going to make it without my romance scammer, guys. I might not be able to do this.
I think these reoccurring, I don't want to talk about it anymore, but these reoccurring.
She says that like a million times, by the way. I just don't want to talk about it anymore. Continues to talk about it.
Fights that keep coming up. It's just, I think it's just really broken and it just can't be repaired at this point.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Uno momento, please, ladies and gentlemen. There you are, Sky. I'm so sorry. Prolapses can play peekaboo with you. Really? Well, again, I'm unfamiliar. I'm unfamiliar. Do they leave wet spots like that on park benches? That's the part that's really fucking, I guess, it's not computing, Scott, thank you for the support, hun.
Look at this outside. You can sit outside here. The old Dublin, it's so packed. Oh my God.
Can you imagine though, seriously, I hate to keep harping on it, but you have to picture, it's hard to imagine it because all you're seeing is her view. But imagine if you were on the other side of that camera and you were seeing this woman it's not the fact that she's on a mobility scooter. Okay. That's not the problem here. But the problem is, you wouldn't want to call it a problem, but what's going to cause people to stare is the fact that it's a little bitty mobility scooter. It's not made for 500-pound people. Okay. And then she's live streaming. She's got her adult baby bottle in the basket. She's got her insulin on ice. She's beep, beep, beep every fucking where she goes. I can't imagine driving that thing, looking the way that she does right down the road of a huge group of people. That's crazy to me. Hello, very good. Because the concept of them hiding Chantal in the house like a circus freak and using her as free babysitter. I'm telling you, she gave it away one time. I do not remember what stream it was. I think she was still in Syria when she was basically talking about she babysits the kids. Yeah, they used her as a baby. She says that they were clowning on her and everything, and she was teaching them some kind of song. She was actually in Syria when she was telling us about this. Yeah, she was the daycare because it was all she could do. Everybody in Syria, I would imagine, I'm not familiar, but if I had to guess, and I'm pretty sure this is a good one, probably has something that they do. Preparing the potatoes, getting the meat done, cleaning the kitchen. Like these are family gatherings. Everybody is doing something. The only thing that Chantal could do was either fucking be in the way, stink up the kitchen, or go in the in the living room and entertain the kids. And that's what she got volunteered for. I'm telling you, I'm not making that shit up. Very good. Thank you for the support, hon.
Yeah, sorry, because I tried flipping the camera around, and it's a little hot in here.
Sweating and going out to eat. Do you know how much money she blew through? Hey, Midwest. Do you know how much money she had to have blown through? When was the last time that we met up? Friday? That she spent since Friday on food and delivery and restaurants and weed? A lot. I guarantee she spent at least $300 to $400 on food and weed.
I'm having stuff to eat. I get moments where I'm okay and then moments where I feel down. Like I feel like I'm gonna have to go through like a huge process of just like getting it out of my system, you know? Well, I am going through a divorce, Zoe, so I don't know how you
Are you okay? You really think that you're going through a divorce? Nora has 7 kids and her husband. She's busy all day. Chantal can at least make sure the kids stay alive. Exactly. They tried letting her cook and everyone got sick. Yep. I love the fact that this delusional 42-year-old Canadian woman is sitting here telling the internet that she's going through a divorce. I'm sure we have a lot of people in chat who've probably been through that situation, been through a divorce or whatever. Do you think that Cutie is experiencing what it's actually like to go through a divorce? I gotta know.
expect me to look happy.
I'm going through a divorce right now. Life is really hard and complicated.
Tea? Soup and a croissant sandwich. It's vegetarian with cheese and mayo. See how it tastes. A vegetable soup.
I gotta ask, is her insulin on ice right now as we speak? As she's sitting here and she's eating this croissant? Is her insulin on ice? I'm pretty sure it is, right? Hey, Zebra Corn. No prolapse. It's huge when it happens. Good morning, by the way. Good morning to you, hon, and thank you for the support. Now I'm going to have to look up this prolapse shit. Y'all got me curious. So, like, it's just like, you know, I'll look it up. I don't want to gross you guys out this morning. I will figure that out on my own. I promise. And thank you for the super chat, hon. Hey, Tweety.
I know. I didn't think of that really very well. I am staying true to myself because, like, last night I was replaying all of the things in my head, you know? And what I said about his family was not nice, but at the same time, it's not out of nowhere. It's like, they're not nice to me.
How are they not nice to you? Again, you have yet to give us a specific reason. Although there was this story that she told, and somebody in the family, I believe, called her fat. Does anybody recall what I'm talking about? She kind of said it, laughed it off, and then really didn't go back over it very much. But I can't remember if it was somebody that called her fat or how that happened. Pran says, how and when do we think this arc will finally end? To be quite honest, with the way things are going, I don't know. I don't know. As crazy as Chantal has gotten, I think it could end up with her being committed into a psych ward. And I'm not just trying to exaggerate the situation. Like, I think it's a very big possibility that she could do something really, really stupid that would land her in a psych ward. She is losing her mind more and more each day. But we shall see. And thank you for being a member, hun. Hey, Trinka. They asked if she was pregnant.
He basically said I'm not allowed in his family home. Like, how is that respectful? Like, he never sticks up for me. So, they're very judgy of me. All of the infidelity shit, like, I'm still not over that, obviously. He does nothing to try to quell my insecurities. Like, it's just done. He should defend his wife, yes. He gaslights instead. What's funny is they judge me. And he's not so virtuous. You don't shame him for his infidelities that made me this way in the marriage.
That made me this way in marriage. Saying all this shit, talking about how she never got over the cheating situation, how Salah does all these bad things to her, but she's still trying to get back with him. He still won't unblock her. She still wants to be married to this person who she's absolutely fucking miserable with. Make that shit make sense.
It's all on me. But And mind you, he hasn't seen this family, like Nora and his uncle, that family, he hasn't seen them in forever. And anyways, I wasn't really talking about them, just the family members that judge me. So that comes from.
Oh my God. Stacy says, I looked up prolapse. Oh my God. Hello, everyone. I'll be doing it after the stream, Stacy. So I'll be there with you, girl. And thank you for the super chat. Good to see you. Yeah, exactly, Drama B. If things are that bad and you cannot move on from this situation, move on, Foodie. Why are you... You're the only motherfucker I know that would be willing to chase a man that's living in Syria to this degree.
The insecurity of him, that one cousin's being a bit seen and flirty, and it's like, and I'm sorry, but he can blame me all he wants for making this airing of stuff public. The problem is, this all started public shit before the Cut Bella stuff. I never talked publicly about him at all in a negative light. So how do you think, what do you think you want?
It naps. Hello. We have waited 3 years for this. Happy Sunday. I agree. And so going back on what we said the other day about Salah being gone or whatever. And again, I do think that Salah would, he really doesn't fucking care because Chantal doesn't mean shit to him. It's all about what she can provide him. I think it's going to be his family that insists that he fucking makes sure that this shit stops and stops now. Hey, Glamour Mayhem. She's too stupid to realize that in culture, the men can do whatever they want. The women cannot. The men can cheat. The men can abuse their women. The men can talk down to them. She knows, she's fully well aware of that. Glamour Mayhem, she feels like she's the exception. She feels like she's the exception. She knows. She's very well aware. It naps. Thank you for being a member for 18 months, son.
Do you think you're humiliated publicly by me? What about me? What did you do to me? Publicly. What did you do to me? Wait, what about what you did to me? Heat wave? I don't think so. It's like 20 degrees here, I think. I don't care, C3PO. Whatever. It's public. Obviously, they've seen it.
I don't care. It's public. They've probably seen it. You don't care that his family has more than likely seen what you said publicly about them. You're not humiliated whatsoever by that, Chantal. You really are insane. Sassy Cat says if Salah is truly over it and after seeing her sweat like this in 68-degree weather, that hijab will come off once the temp comes up. Oh, it's going to go off. We're going to see it come off here in the next couple of days, if not today. But I think it'll make an appearance again. But once summer's here, yeah, probably for good. I don't doubt it. And thank you for the support, hun. I seen somebody else in the chat say something. Shit, I missed it. If Salah has managed to find a way to comfortably survive in Syria without her, like some small business, if true, she just hit his biggest regret. Oh, yeah. I think there's a big possibility that it's done. We shall see. The only thing that's keeping me from saying 100% that he's walking away because his family is making him is because she took the videos down. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're back together. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're talking, which it could also mean that, but it just might be a way for her to message him under an alt account, be like, I took the videos down. I'm so sorry. I'll never do that again. So we really aren't going to know until we can get a good read from her when she goes live again. So everybody be on their toes.
Now they have a real valid reason.
Hey, fondue girl.
Not to like me, I guess, eh? Then he can go marry his cousin. Good for him. And I will find somebody who doesn't cheat on me and treat.
Can you imagine sitting in a restaurant, live streaming, sweating, eating soup, talking about who you claim is your husband, saying good, now he can go marry his cousin? The life you truly deserve, Chantal.
I mean, like absolute crap when I have questions. Well, I don't like them either because they judge me unfairly from the get-go. And he's a liar to say that they never said anything about me. Really? There's so many men. Like, I'm not even worried. I don't want anybody because honestly, it's going to have to be someone very special because they're going to have to realize that I've been betrayed and cheated on and my trust level is 0. I wish he would at least tell me, like, if he's going to be handing in the divorce papers. If you can do that, thank you. And if he could just unblock me and tell me, like, is he going to hand in the divorce papers? That exactly what's happening with that? just unblock me, Salah. I don't know about Julia, but...
And also, if Salah could just unblock me so we can talk about what's going to happen with our child, Julia.
This family judging me for smoking some weed or having a passion for Islam. And since Islam swearing. Oh well. When he literally, what he literally did, they're not ashamed of that, and he's a saint for you. No, but you know how many times?
Carrie Ann says Canada is canceling flights. Fuel is too much money. Good luck, Big C. Really? That's interesting. Carrie Ann, thank you for the support and the information. Zebra Corn, I did get one from you a while ago. Yes, I did. Didn't I? Hold on. I get you and Sassy Cat mixed up all the time. I got this one. Yeah, the last one I got from you was no prolapse. It's huge when it happens. And thank you, hon.
It's like, talk down on Western women, and it's like, you're the one who cheated, not me. So who's the whore, not me? Yeah, obviously I'm insecure. And when I bring that up, he just like, I've told him so many times, I want to be more included in your life.
How do you expect his family to be mad at you for cheating on you when you talk about all the time that you're allowed to have multiple wives? Like Salah is allowed to have multiple wives. So why would they care if he cheated on you, Chantal? It's just really honestly not making a lot of sense. I love how she thinks she deserves a patient and understanding man who also has to be handsome by her standards, as if that's super important simply for existing. What has she done to deserve that? That is my whole thing. Why does she think that she deserves this amazing, handsome husband? What do you have to offer somebody like that? She thinks she's God's gift to men. She's really convinced herself of that, or at least she's trying to convince the internet of that.
And he thinks that I'm being annoyed, like drama, detective. Yeah, yes. When you want to cheat on someone and you want them to forgive you, you have to accept that you have to be fully transparent, 100%. He thinks that by me just saying, okay, let's move on. Obviously, I can't do that.
That's really, honestly, not how adult Chantal. I'm going to let you in on a little secret, okay? If you choose to stay with somebody who has been unfaithful to you, you have chosen at that moment to forgive them. That doesn't mean that you get to harass them and demand to see their social media, their private messages, their text messages. You don't get to abuse them and treat them like a fucking child because you chose to stay with that person after you claim you forgave them. Not to defend cheaters by any means. I mean, honestly, the best thing to do would probably just to be go ahead and cut that relationship off and be done and, walk away from it. But if a person, that is what any therapist is going to tell you, any kind of marriage counselor is going to tell you, you have chosen to forgive them. That is a choice you made, Chantal. Under Oak Chronicles, hello. No matter how hard I try, I just can't look away from the slow motion train wreck. And that's the best way to describe what's happening right now. Oh, thank you, Under Oak. I appreciate you. And thank you for the support. And she's been a cheater, so she should know what it must feel like. And she's been cheating on Salah, or trying to, since she's been back home in Canada. She's been talking to men behind the scenes. She sure has. Shut up, Chantal.
And I still lived with him for like 2 years after. I got it back into the crowd.
Look at that. Look at that.
I still lived with him for like 2 years after. I got it back into the.
She's driving that thing into these nice restaurants. There's her insulin on ice, in case you were wondering. She's drove that thing into this nice restaurant. She's sitting down. She's sweating. She's eating soup, talking about her husband marrying his cousin, while her insulin is sitting in her filthy fucking mobility scooter that she's way too big for. Her insulin is on ice in the basket. You cannot try to explain that. Try to explain that one fucking scenario to somebody in your life and see how fast they walk away from what you're saying. Because it sounds insane. Hello, Deb. I looked up prolapse. I now live with regret. And if you didn't, I shouldn't look it up then. Love you, fat Yava and fatties. I'd be so out of here. Gross. We are sickos. It's really that bad, huh? Babe, I need to text you. Are you in the chat? I need to have you go look this up. Sassy Cat says Salah is her trophy husband. Otherwise, it's all dishwashers. Yep. I agree, Sassy Cat. That's the only kind of men she can pull as a dishwasher, if that. And thank you for the support, hun. Hello, Nikki T. Good to see you. I'm 1 month poor, pathetic, but not sweaty. That's right, girl. And we appreciate you for it. She's a sicko psycho. Who prolapsed? I guess we haven't got there yet, but there is a part in this stream that people are trying to say that Chantal's asshole, I guess, did. I don't know. It's a lot. All right. It's a lot. I'll say that much. Hello, Bex. Holy crap. That bench is so scratched up. I mean, yeah, it's in pretty bad condition. I'm shocked it's still going, but it's the scooter that just won't stop scooting. Bex, thank you for the support, hon.
Crowd.
Oh, tap, tap. So there was this point in the restaurant where she needs to leave immediately. She's like, hey, you guys won't mind if I just immediately go home and we just go home in bees? Well, if you watch the expression on her face, lots of people have speculated that they believe at this moment Chantal shit her pants. Roll the footage.
To the crowd.
Did you see the little shiver of relief? Have you ever been holding a baby and they pee their diaper? Like you're literally physically holding a little baby and they pee on you and they do that little shiver or whatever. That's exactly what she just did, by the way. Like a shiver of release.
I'm gonna get out of here. Why did I do this to myself? It's gonna be like embarrassing eventually.
So to add that on to what was just said in chat about her thinking that she deserves some handsome, younger, fit man, and you're literally at a restaurant shitting and pissing your diaper, Chantal. Go back to what I said before. It's some kind of it's perversion. It's perversion.
I'm gonna go between two plants. Here. I'm gonna put it back here for me.
Oh my god!
Sorry about that.
Oh wow!
Okay, guys. I got red pepper paste on me. Yeah, so the soup sandwich and the iced tea cost me $19. Like, I told him I forgive him, but I clearly don't because there's zero trust, and that's also his fault because he does nothing to help me rebuild the trust. He just keeps betraying it over and over and over and over and over. So
why wouldn't a man be faithful to you is the question. Really, honestly, when you think about it, Chantal, why would any man even dream of cheating on a lady like you, honey bun?
Oh, what does he expect me? How does he expect me to act? You break a woman like that, and then you don't expect her to have feelings? Like,
you hear that? Do you just hear the sound of the mobility scooter? That's your woman, Salah. Oh my God. Come home to mama.
Excuse me? I did actually, I didn't talk to him today or like yesterday since we blocked each other, but like right before blocking one another, I messaged him on TikTok and was like,
her last resort was to message him on TikTok because he had not blocked her there. He blocked her probably on email and text, WhatsApp, all these different ways that they communicate. She was like, oh yeah, let me go see if I can still message you on TikTok. And then, so of course he hadn't blocked her yet on TikTok. So she got one last message in. What did you say, Chantal?
how dare you message haters? And then he was like, he messaged Mr. Dubai, remember? So you're the fucking cheater, fuck off. I'm a cheater, okay? Isn't that funny how that works? I literally didn't even talk anyway to that guy, so do you guys mind if I rush home? Because I don't feel too well. Hope he's at home, okay? My mood is going to be wishy-washy for a while.
She's got a full diaper. We know you need to go home, cutie.
Like whenever I first moved here, because...
Exactly. And every single time he does something to betray your trust, it was your choice to stay. Yep. 2 Dalmatians in a pit. Hello. I only know the word prolapse from being involved in dog rescue and seeing it happen to some of them. Oh, poor pups. However, if Chantal has it, it's karma. It looks painful. Sam just sent me a picture and I was like, yeah, that's unfortunate for sure. Thank you for being a member, hun.
I was supposed to have been breaking up, right? And then that didn't happen. But now I got to go through it all over again. I'm not as bad as I was, but it's still pretty bad. Like before anything.
Because deep down, you've known that this relationship was over as soon as your ass came home from Syria. That's why you were so fucked around and you couldn't even look at the camera and you were doing all that weird shit staring off into space because you've already had time to grieve this relationship, marriage, whatever you want to call it, because you knew at that moment when you came back home to Canada, even though Salah was telling you we're going to see each other again, you knew you weren't. Because you knew that you showed your ass a lot worse and you were willing to share with the community and you knew there was no coming back from that. And now we were finding out the truth of that situation. So yeah, you kind of are, like you knew it was happening, but you're still going to fucking have a meltdown and we know it. Hello, Sweep. Not me eating my macaroni salad and watching her. Hell yeah, why not, girl? Thank you for the support, hun. Jolene, good morning, Yabba in chat. Good morning to you, girl, and thank you for the support.
Bad happened, I was already emotionally attached. I already loved him a lot. So I'd already upheaved my whole life to be with him. So it's like, I didn't want to just give up that easy. And I always thought he's young. He comes from a repressed, culture. I made a lot of excuses. And that wasn't being fair to myself either, But I want to cry and die inside, just like knowing that he was so willing to just like betray our marriage that we had, like after I like literally upheaved my entire life to move to Kuwait to be with him. It's like those things play over in my head, and then like every single thing reminds me of him, going to the movie, like everything, and then just says get over it. I always felt like a part of him didn't want to come to Canada because he doesn't really love Western culture. That's what I don't know. That's the impression I get. I think he's confused, But anyway, I'm sorry, but you can't tell me that any other woman would have done that for him at all. Now, Julia's my cat. If he wants to keep her, then he should let me know somehow. I mean, she's both our cats, but she poops.
See, it's all about Salah reaching out and contacting Shan. If he wants to keep Julia, he needs to reach out and let me know somehow. That lets you know that she's already unblocked him. It's him that still has Chantal blocked.
On the floor sometimes, and he's like, my dad is getting pissed off. So
now all of a sudden she's saying that Salah's dad is mad because Julia is shitting on the floor.
Because when I broke up with him the other day, remember? Sounds bad, but he's like, well, what about Julia? This is going to be too hard right now. She'll have to.
Want us to believe that you give a single flying fuck about Julia, considering what you did with your other two cats who you had for fucking years, Chantal? Do you remember who you're talking to?
Get newer travel documents, I think, because those were old. She probably misses me or something, but she was pooping on the bed before I left. Actually, Salah got mad at Nora once. Nora's daughters gave me, like, she gives her phone to her daughter.
Here we go. And I'm going to kind of repeat what she says because I know it's hard to hear. She's on this loud ass train. She's kind of whispering. So tap it back. This part is very important to pay attention to.
Nora's daughters gave me, like, she gives her phone to her daughters to play with.
So Nora's daughters, Chantal was alone with the children. Again, it is my guess that Chantal was babysitting the children one day. Ellie Belly says this will only end when Salah tells her he is marrying the hot cousin. Nora needs to make that happen quick. I don't disagree, Ellie. And thank you for being a member for 19 months. She hasn't spoken to him since the day he put her out. She doesn't have his new number. They've been talking dastardly. They've been talking. Come on now. Stop it.
And her daughter brought me the phone and she said, look, Salah.
Her daughter brought Chantal the phone and said, look, Salah. So the story that Chantal is telling is that the little girl had the phone, Noor's daughter, brought Chantal Noor's phone and said, look, here's Salah, a picture of Salah in my mom's phone.
And it was a picture, like a handsome selfie of Salah in Noor's phone. So I freaked out on him and I was like.
And I freaked out on him. She uses this term a lot. She always says, I freaked out. I freaked out. So when Chantal is putting emphasis on freaked out, what exactly do you think that she means? What does it mean when Chantal freaks out? Is it the equivalent of Chantal throwing a chair because Pete told her that some old actress was hot? That's what I think it means when Chantal freaks out.
Why does she have a picture of you?
Now, if I remember correctly, Noor and Salah are related. I believe they're cousins, right? So I don't know why it is that Chantal is so freaked out that one of Salah's cousins, even if it is legal for them to be married, whatever, it doesn't matter. And she says that Noor is married. why would you crash out? Why would you freak out because they have a picture of don't a lot of people have relatives in their phones? I mean, I probably go through my phone and have a bunch of relatives pictures in my phone. I would never consider that weird. She was dry begging to bring Julia back to Canada if she can only get into his house, using Julia as a reason for the Beezers to fund the trip to Syria as well. And she would. She's insane enough to actually go through with the trip.
He's like, well, I don't know, He's like, come with me. So we went next door to her house.
So she made such a fucking ordeal over Salah's picture being in Noor's phone that she found and she's claiming that a kid brought the phone to her, which is a bunch of bullshit. Salah had to take Chantal to Noor's house and question Noor on why she had a picture of Salah in her phone. And you think that this family didn't make sure that in this relationship, Chantal? Come on. Rio says she thinks seeing him on the screen is in a relationship. The father told Salah she is not welcome back. He told Salah he could visit her elsewhere, and she said that it's over unless it's okay. Acting in a mistress role. Exactly. That's exactly what she's doing, Rio. And thank you for the support, hun.
She's like, he's like in Arabic, like angry. He's like, why do you have a picture of me on your phone?
So he was like angry and saying it in Arabic. Why do you, and of course she knew this. She knew what Salah was saying because she could understand it, because she also speaks and understands Arabic. So she knows for sure that Salah was being very mean to Noor and very angry at Noor and saying, why do you have a picture of me in your phone? Because she absolutely can understand what they're saying. Go ahead, Chantal. Tell us your version.
But she's married. She's married. So then
and you keep saying that she's married. She's married. So why are you even questioning why his relatives has his picture in your phone? Why the fuck do you care, weirdo?
Like, oh, she looks really like, she's like, oh, I was showing one of our cousins, like the male cousin.
I was showing one of my cousins, and then she has to clarify that it was a male cousin. Are you listening? This is 42 fucking years old. What do you think that this family thought of this shit? Not only did Noor, according to Chantal, tell Salah the reason she had the photo was to show one of their cousin, and then she has to clarify that it was a male cousin. And she thinks this is all, like, if any of this is true, which I don't believe fucking any of it, right? Not the way that she's telling it anyways. Can you even imagine being so fucking stupid and embarrass yourself and humiliate yourself and bring this to the internet? That it doesn't make you look so fucking stupid. You're the one who looks stupid out of this whole situation. We know that Salah is just a desperate fucking bum that will do anything for some YouTube coin and possibly some Canadian citizenship, Chantal. We understand his role in this situation, but it's you, ma'am, who looks like Boo Boo the Fool. Hello, Lena. Has she ever said such and such is Noor's husband? I don't think so. That's a good question. I don't think that we've ever got an actual like story about Noor's cousin, or, oh, we were with Noor and her husband. Not that I'm familiar with. Maybe somebody in the chat can correct me, but not that I've ever heard. And thank you for the super chat. Steve Fondue says, no, she hasn't.
Later that day, we're all having dinner, and the younger cousin was like, you're a pig. And then the Noor slapped her cousin for saying that. No, I believe that. Like, I think she was just showing it to somebody. I don't know. Maybe she was like, I don't know if she was showing it to a girl. Like, maybe she had it to show to one of her friends to like hook him up. She's Hamzia. Yeah, she was like a lady cook. She's married and has like 4 kids with him. So anyway, he's totally free to do what he wants right now, and so am I. So whatever. It was a selfie of himself that he had sent to me as well. She said that she got it from my community tab because I posted that one on my community tab, and she said that's.
So she is saying that Noor told Chantal, which again, I need to clarify that Noor does not speak English, nor does Chantal speak Arabic. So this all was translated through Salah. Salah is absolutely going to tell the truth, right, guys? So according to Salah, the translator told Chantal that Noor got the picture per Chantal's community tab post. Okay, Chantal, go ahead.
Where she got it from. That's what I was thinking. Using it to show eligible women, right? Yeah, because they found out about my YouTube. And they were accepting of my reputation.
Sounds like to me that Salah sent multiple women a selfie that he liked of himself. That's what it sounds like. I don't think Noor went and collected it. I think Salah told you whatever he could come up with that his funkled brain could think of to get you off of his fucking case. I think he went over and he told Noor in Arabic, hey, she's losing her shit. I'm just going to make it. He made up something to Noor. She's like, just do something, get this bitch away from me. And that's exactly what they did. Salah probably sent selfies of himself to multiple women, cousins included.
And everything, because they were watching the hater channels. Like Sasa, remember I showed, she came up to me with her mom.
This shit gets more fucking insane. She claims his family listens to hater channels and that Sasa brings her the phone and brings her some reaction channel watching Chantal. It's also bizarre.
Of my reputation and everything, because they were watching the hater channels. Like Sasa, remember I showed, she came up to me with her mom's phone and she was like, ma'am, and it was like a hater talking in British accent there. He was always—
That wasn't a red flag that little girl came up to you with her mom's phone. That's where I would have been upset. I wouldn't have cared that my husband's cousin had a picture of him. I would have thought that's whatever. I don't know. Wouldn't have fucking thought twice about it. Who cares, right? But I think I probably would have had a problem with the fact that my husband's cousin was watching hater channels about me. That's where you probably should have went and had Slob and like, hey, how come you guys are watching the haters? Why are you listening to what the fuck they got to say about me? But no. I need to know why you have a picture of your cousin in your phone.
the middleman too for all their fighting. Like the aunt, Nora's mom and dad fought so bad every time. And like, I would just be having to sit there listening to them all fighting in Arabic, and he would be trying to mediate. Like, you just met this guy this year. And you know what's funny? He's probably sitting around telling his whole family about this, and they're probably like, "Hold us, Salah, it's enough. It's enough. Hold us. Don't, it's enough with your blocker." And I haven't even told my family what happened because they mind their fucking business.
Look at this disabled 600-pound woman rolling in her mobility scooter, think that she's entitled to a 30-year-old, what she considers handsome man. This is fucking the gall of it, bro.
Well, he was apparently engaged before, like a traditional.
Oh, he was engaged before, was he? That's interesting.
Engagement, but he didn't talk about it because he was like, yeah. He's like, "Can I use my wedding ring from before?" I'm like, "No." He said it as he was laughing, so I think he was just testing. Like, get me a new one, but him use the same one. I just feel it's not fair that I'm here, like, depressed and sad when I'm not the one who did anything to the relationship.
So what would fix this situation? Let's talk about the reality of it, Chantal. What would make you not be depressed and sad? Because it seems like this whole marriage, you have been depressed and sad, and it was all an act like we knew it was from the very fucking beginning, that you and Salah have been arguing basically since you touched down in Kuwait. So, okay, all of this is over. He says, "I forgive you. You talk bad about my family. No problem. All is forgiven." So you guys work it out. You're back in this long distance, over the phone, couple of texts a day relationship. Still going to be depressed. Okay, let's say he goes to Malaysia and you two meet up, right? You're still going to be depressed. You cannot go and physically do anything that you do with Salah. Even if you were able to recreate your situation in Kuwait, you would still come down to you being unhappy, Chantal. You were unhappy because you were unhappy. And there's not a man on this fucking planet that can fix that. And you're not willing to accept that. And until you are, which you never will, you're always going to be miserable no matter who the fuck you're in a relationship with. Lena says, "Sheer cutie, you did absolutely nothing wrong." She never does. Never has, Lena. And thank you for the super chat, hon. Bertha says, "Wait, how is Noor 18 with 4 kids? I think she's 28 and she had her first son about 10 years ago when Salah bragged on Facebook about his son." There are messages out there with that same timeline. You're not wrong, Big Bertha. Somebody's going to have to put a video together and break that shit down. If they are a believer that maybe what that person on Twitter was saying today, that they are actually married. That would be fucking wild. I don't know. I'm not saying I believe that theory, but I would not be shocked. Bertha, thank you for the support, hon. Jeff says, since when do men get an engagement ring? It was a wedding band. Yeah. Hey, good catch. Good catch. Is unless things are different in the Middle East, right? Why would the man have an engagement ring? Father of Omar or something? Yes. Hey, girl, that is true. I did not consider that, Jeff. Holy shit. Interesting. And thank you for the support. Somebody needs to go in there and call her out about that and see what she says. Jolene, hello. I know I'm fat and ugly. I don't understand how can be so delusional. Don't beat yourself up like that. Please explain. I had a grandpa that always told me I was fat. Is that it? Listen. You don't have to think of yourself as being fat, ugly, none of that. You just need to realize that I don't know. I feel like this is an awkward question, and it's kind of sad too to even know. Listen, your grandpa was a piece of shit, and your family should never be telling you things like that, because they should only be telling you are supposed to build up a kid's confidence. You are supposed to tell them that they're beautiful and they can do everything, okay? But you don't necessarily think that your kid is going to end up with like Chantal because you try to build their confidence, right? And we don't necessarily just mean that Chantal is ugly because of the way that she physically looks. Like, we see her as being one of the most unfortunate looking people because of everything else. Like, honestly, if I was to see Chantal on the street riding her mobility scooter, I probably wouldn't even look twice. I'm lying. Okay, I probably wouldn't laugh a little bit. But I mean, as far as like being ugly and hideous, I probably wouldn't even think about that. It's everything else that goes into her personality that makes her, so much. So you're beautiful, Jolene. And thank you for the support, hon.
So I was thinking, like, maybe what would cheer me up is renting a car and having Pete's over for like a few days or something.
I told you all she was going to go in for Pete's. I told you that she was going to have Pete's come back around to make Salah jealous. That was going to be how low she was going to go. There's no Dubai guy she can go snag to make Salah jealous. There is nobody else that she could throw in front of the camera to make Salah jealous. It's right back around to Pete's.
And going somewhere, like fucking renting a car. Oh, BG!
Oh my
BG!
God.
BG, get down!
Get off
BG!
your ass and get the
BG
cat
down.
booty.
No, BG, see? If I play with the blind, she gets all mad and starts misbehaving in the screen. I'm gonna have to buy a new screen. Oh my God. BG. Okay, BG. I'm not going to Dubai. My heart is raw. I think I'm gonna get off just for a little while, but I'll come back later, okay?
I'm sorry. Seeing Chantal in her hijab on her mobility scooter smoking a blunt is fucking wild sauce.
I went to the dispensary. I was like, my anxiety is very bad. I need like something that's super anti-anxiety. I don't know if we're allowed to smoke on the balcony. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure we're not, and I don't want to risk it. So I'm in an outside like smoking area. Started my new life. Doing what? What's my purpose? Yeah, you smoke cigarettes. That's not good for you, and that's not halal.
Chantal, he's a man. He can do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
I think it's Mac.
And you accepted that, and you thought it was cute, and you thought it was cool, and you left your country where you're free to do whatever the fuck you want to sign yourself up for that situation. Don't complain about it now.
Yeah. Salah smokes like a chimney.
Yep, he's allowed to. He's a man.
I have so much hard work to do coming up.
He's allowed to cheat on you. He's allowed to smoke. He's allowed to do basically whatever the fuck he wants to do, Chantal.
Myself, I realize how big of a chunk of my purpose I put on being Salah's wife. And now that I'm not, like, what the hell's wrong with me? I never realized that. Now I have to find what it's like for me only, just to focus on me. It's weird. I can't be interested in anyone yet. Oh my gosh, there's a little kid. Let's not talk about this shit. Like, really.
Honestly, in order to keep up with this shit, Zebracorn, you really do. Like the notebooks and the pens and the highlighters, we used to talk about that shit all the time, but there was a reason for it, because this shit is impossible to keep up with. I mean, here she sits right now talking about how she cannot entertain a man. And I think it was a stream before this one. She was on YouTube titled, I Need a Man to Travel With. Like, this woman is psychotic and she's unhinged and she's recording herself, live streaming herself hours upon hours a day on the internet. You got to write it down. And if you want to actually follow along with everything, it's a lot. And thank you for the super chat.
I saw the kid and I remember him saying a couple of weeks ago, I said, you know what I would love? I would love to go to Malaysia with you, then have you visit.
Pause. Sorry, you almost missed the best part.
Shit. Like, really? No, it's because I saw the kid and I remember him saying a couple of weeks ago, I said, you know what I would love? I would love to go to Malaysia with you, then have you visit here.
You notice how she does the cough? Because she knows what she's about to say. She knows what she's about to say. Tap it back again. Let's see. I'm going to slow it down just a little bit. Let's put it on 0.75 because I think Barbecue Chillin' has it sped up a little bit. Jolene says, to be fair, my grandpa said I was pretty in the face and I love my curly hair. I was just fat and needed to lose weight. He wasn't wrong, but it still hurt. Maybe right message, wrong messenger type situation, Jolene. That's the way I would take that. And thank you for the support, hon.
I would love to go to Malaysia with you, then have you visit here and come here. And then he's like, yes, and with our 2 cats, and we can adopt a kid.
With our 2 cats, and we could adopt a kid. What would the 2 of these dumb fucks think they should be adopting a kid? Hey, Mo, good to see you, girl. Hello, all. And yeah, when you get married, the rings go on the left hand. So what about engagement? Because I didn't catch that until somebody said something. What about the engagement ring? Why would Salah have an engagement ring? That's what we're confused about right now. Fondue says, thanks for admitting Canada was the end game. Yep, and we knew that. Fondue, thank you for the support, hon.
Don't want to do that, but I didn't say that.
Because I didn't want to do that, but I didn't say that. So it was Salah that wanted to come to Canada and adopt a child with Chantal.
I was like,
you really wanted to lock it in, huh?
Yeah.
Do you think the kid, even though she physically could not have one, if they adopted a kid, would that have been the same kind of lock in that people look for when they want to get a woman pregnant for that reason?
Now everything is fucked.
Anchor baby, yeah, basically.
You'll be fine, Sophia. Don't worry. You have a tough decision to make. I had to do that too. It's so tough. Like,
a repurposed wedding ring. I'm dead.
Okay, my world just flipped the fuck upside down. Everything they said to me was it lies, like they cheated. The fuck, they were in, and then it's like, do I ruin everything? I have a child.
At this point, you're rage baiting. I believe you know exactly what you just said, just like about the adopting the kid. You are rage baiting this community, calling Julia a child. Chantal, you know what you're doing, ma'am.
Everything they said to me was it lies, like they cheated. The fuck, they were in, and then it's like, do I ruin everything? I have a child. Do I want to give that up? But can I live with myself if I don't? That's the fucking situation I'm in now. And Salah doesn't understand that the ghosts of cheating past is still following me. It's like not his burden when it's saying he who caused it. There's a wet spot on the bench. Ew, for my ass.
Okay, for those of you who have not seen the wet spot, Chantel's been sitting there smoking her blunt on the bench. She's about to get up and show us what is left after she leaves said bench. Are you ready for this?
Yes. Look.
I don't know why she would think that is bidet water. I wouldn't think that. I mean, I wouldn't know because I don't leave my ass wet after using said bidet. But Chantal, I don't even think your bidet bottle, your little portable douche bottle that you use to spray your asshole even holds that much water, to be quite honest. Fauntleroy says, guys, look it up. It is common in the Islamic world for men to wear engagement rings. Thank you for that, Font. That was my question. Okay, so that makes sense then. And thank you so much for the support as well. Appreciate you. She doesn't wipe. That is what we call, I would say, not just swamp ass, hold your ears, but swamp pussy. I think it's both. Yeah, you might want to get that looked at, Chantal. That's not normal at all.
From the bidet. Well, if you wanted to know if it.
Are you sitting there with no underwear? Are you sitting there with no underwear on the bench? You have to be. There's no way that she has underwear on. So she's going out here in public. This is why you don't even sit down on anything. You talk about worrying about sitting down on a toilet after somebody. This is a bench. This woman went and sat on a bench with no underwear on and leaked ass juice on the bench. That's for you, Salah, daddy, baby. Come to mama. Salah's puss puddle, bitch. I'm dead. Fondu, thank you for the support. That's all you, Salah. Holy shit, buddy.
What the hell? Why does she leak so much? Me? Ew, sorry.
God.
3 a.m. pizza? Maybe. I need to blow my nose on something. Okay, guys, I'll see you tomorrow.
That's why I say that this is what makes it just this situation, Chantal wanting a younger, handsome man. It just seems like a type of perversion. Look at what we just witnessed. Look at her blowing boogers out of her nose. Like, why would any woman who acts like that think that they deserve somebody who's younger and handsome and physically capable of walking? I'll never understand it. I won't. I don't get it. Anyways, let's move on. We have to. We're never going to get through this shit. We're going into last night's stream. So we're going to watch. I really want to watch her eat the ice cream, but boy, we're kind of crunched on time here. Hey, Zinni, good to see you. You know what? Fuck it. We'll get through it. We're going to watch her eat the ice cream, and then we're going to go to like the 1 hour, 30-minute mark where she really fucking starts to go off. Let me get it pulled back up. Give me just a moment here. Okay. That'll do it.
Sorry about that. That's okay. Sorry.
I just want to remind you from the video we just watched earlier was more than likely the day before. And she had her insulin on ice. Insulin on ice.
I am that film. The dark is so good. What's up? Cherry? Raspberry?
Can you imagine driving around in your mobility scooter because you can't walk because of your weight? And in the basket on your said mobility scooter that you're way too big for is your insulin on ice, and you ride around and get yourself one of these.
Dark chocolate.
This is a big reason why we can't quit you, Chantal. This is more important than having her handsomest husband. That's what she's done the entire time that she's been back in Canada. What she has in her hand right now. Hello, Ploots. You know, her chat was like, we do that too. Yeah, we always, whenever we sit on things, we get swamp ass everywhere. Also, Chantal, it's no big deal. People just don't talk about it. It's true. Ploots, thank you for the support, hun. I would fucking die. Number one, I would die if my ass was ever that wet. I don't think I could ever leave the house. How uncomfortable would it be if you were walking around with a wet asshole? Okay. Yes, it gets hot sometimes. Your ass is sweating. Fine. That's a little bit different. That is not what we are talking about, ma'am. Bertha says wedding rings are supposed to be worn on the right hand, and men aren't allowed gold because it's considered haram to think the ring means more than the adornment. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Bertha, thank you for that. And thank you for the support. She should carry Lysol wipes with her. Oh, I agree. Yeah.
They give you a paddle. Yeah, to eat like this. You're licking the screen?
Shelly Ray says, happy Sunday. So gross leaving that swamp mark. I feel bad for the person that will sit there after her. The smell they will get, not just the smell, the fucking germs. I can't imagine sitting in somebody else's swamp ass, bro. That's crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if she had rabies. Shelly Ray, thank you for the super chat, hon.
Very good. Thank you, Weird Barbie.
Little fat Riding Hood.
I don't know what it is.
Are you walking away? Are you telling us that you're quitting? Are you quitting the community? No way.
No. I just want one, but
Right? No man needs to get Chantal wet. She stays wet. Thank you for the support, hun.
oh no, the pink one is raspberry and cherry. That's why.
Look at that last bite. Holding on to it with dear life. Doesn't want to let go. Nummy.
Duck-tones, I don't know.
It's so good. I don't know why my husband doesn't love me. Let's fast forward, shall we? Let's get to the good shit.
Oh,
Thank you, niece.
pet transportation. Oh. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna do some research and see like how much. Yeah.
This is when she's talking about getting into the family home.
Going out of your way to message someone's ex is insane. I know, for clout and for drama too.
Hey, Tiffany.
Yeah. He's been in too many DMs. Fucking sickening. Yeah. He should have known better. Yep.
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 Yeah, I know. Hey, corn fondue. Hey, black oyster.
Hey, Holly B. Hey, emotional sport muffin.
Someone's granny. Maybe, I don't know, goth jet. Je ne sais pas how I feel right now. Let me just look at food. Usually when I'm depressed, I don't like being around people because
It's all food, bro. Her existence is checking and stalking Salah and eating.
I don't feel like talking a lot. Yeah, good night, Chi-Town. I don't know. I'm looking at what to order.
Hey, Cancer Warrior.
I know what I'm getting. You'll see when it gets here. I ordered African food. Plantains.
I think there's a big possibility. Here's the thing. I don't have one scenario that I'm dead set on that could happen when all this is said and done. I really think there's multiple possibilities. So I'm trying to keep myself open to them and just trying to, watch what happens and, get a read on Chantal and see what she's thinking, because she always gives shit away, right? You can always pick up on little hints and things that she says and then kind of figure things out. African food. So there was this TikToker that came up on my timeline, and I think the reason I'm getting a lot of these TikToks is because of the things that we talk about and probably Chantal and all that shit, right? I know, Toodles. But it was, and I think I told you guys about it, how the lady ended up in Nigeria and people are in the comments and are like, oh my God, this is not the guy's first rodeo. And there's a woman that's always with them. And they're like, that's his sister. And they're like, no, bitch, that's his first wife and all that situation. I could see, because Chantal mentioned it, she goes, I could go to Africa. There are Muslim men in Africa. I'm just putting this out there as one of the possibilities. I could see that happening with Chantal. I could see her pushing the limit. She is a cockroach. She might make another travel. I could see her showing up in another country. And I think the only thing, and that's only if Salah, there is no, it's over, right? And she needs to recover from that. The only thing that I think that will stop a scenario like that happening is because of her financial situation. But she'll put in the time to make enough money on Kick and not pay her rent, not take care of her responsibilities, save up money, walk away from all of it, BG and everybody, to go and meet another man in a country and try to live there, try to squat there, just like she did in Kuwait and Syria. It's definitely a possibility.
Jollof rice and chicken, charcoal chicken.
No, she cannot find a Muslim man in Canada. That would not make any sense. She must leave the country.
French class? Mm-hmm.
Hey, acid girl.
Fufu? Burritos made with ground chicken?
Jolene says, I just made a fresh gallon of sweet tea just because my mom has a migraine and likes hot tea. What is y'all's preference? As far as tea, for me personally, I like iced tea. It does sound good, hot tea, but the only time I like hot tea is like if I'm sick or something. I prefer cold, sweet iced tea if I'm going to drink it. Maybe sometimes, depending on the time of the year, with some lemon in it. Hell yeah. And thank you for the support, hun.
What number is that? Hello, Hex. Well, I don't know whose number that was.
No, she flat out said that she is not allowed to go back to Syria, that the family will not allow her back there. She has said it multiple times out of her own mouth that the family will not allow her back. Hot in a cup, 1 sugar and milk. The only way to have tea, aka a brew. Interesting.
Oh. Pet transportation. Oh. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna do some research and see like how much.
They're talking about to get Julia to Canada. Corvette Opera, thank you so much for gifting one the YouTube Underground membership. GC Forever, welcome, welcome, new member.
Because sometimes, like last time I looked, it was like $6,000, $7,000.
$7,000 to transport Julia back to Canada. Let's also remember when she was talking about it a while back when she was in Syria, she was saying that it was dangerous because the type of breed of cat that Julia was that she smushed. So that makes it more of a risk for something happening to Julia. And she's still willing to go through with the transportation if she was given the money, of course, from her community.
I don't know. I've just always wanted to go to Morocco. I don't know. I don't think I'll go there. I don't know. Delete it without regard. That's how much it is. I know. And it's only like $2,000 for a plane ticket to the Middle
Let me
East.
tell you what would happen. If she was to do a fundraiser and collect the $7,000 that she claims that she needs for Julia, she would be like, she'd come back a couple of days later. Well, we've changed our minds. We don't think it's safe for Julia. We think it's better that she stay with Salah. She would send Salah half of that money. She would keep half, and she would claim that her community was completely fine with that decision. That would be what she would do.
Yeah. I thought you want to go to Egypt. Not alone. With Salah, I wanted to go, yeah. But I feel like Egypt is not a good place for solo women travelers. I don't know why, but
Foodie Beauty needs the upper hand with money, immigration, or both. I don't disagree with that. Be like water, baby. And thank you for the support, hun.
it's not. Spicy salami stick? Smushy face so far away. I know. Let me see how much a plane ticket would be. You can go back. I wouldn't stay long. I'd have to go. Like, there's only certain airlines that will allow her.
Go to Syria, meet up with Salah, get the cat, and go back to Canada. Do you think that any of us actually believe that you would go through with that? Now, do I believe that she would go to Syria to go to a hotel to try to spy on Salah? Absolutely. She's that insane to do that. Do not write her trying to get to Syria off or scratch it off your bingo card because of her health or her condition, because she will push through until she is crawling on the fucking floor and she literally cannot physically pick herself up. She would go get on a plane, travel to Syria to spy on Salah. I promise you. She wants to know who is living in that family home. That is what this all comes down to, is that she believes that Salah has people living in that house, his family. And when I say his family, I don't mean his distant family. I mean his new wife. And she wants to see for herself. She wants to get in the family home, and she's crazy enough to go to fucking Syria to do that. She is. She really is. Mel's, thank you so much for being a member for 16 months, hon. I appreciate you. Dinosaur Time Machine, hello. Let's not forget that we have just sat through 4 years of this miserable content because she wanted to make dishwasher jealous. That is absolutely the fucking truth. 1,000,000%. Absolutely delusional. Yep. So with that being said, somebody who is willing to do what she just did for 4 years would leave Canada to go to Syria and try to get to the family home to see who is living there. Motherfucker, are you serious? I can't imagine. I'm just trying to fucking imagine going through one of Sam's relatives' phone. Okay. I can't even imagine going through her phone, but I'm trying to actually fucking imagine being around one of their kids and taking their phone to go through it to see what pictures or information I could find. That right there is so fucking insane to me. Just imagine. You think that Chantal wouldn't show up at their house, try to figure out how to get there to see and demand who's living in the family home? She's going to get herself fucking killed, is what she's going to do. Dinosaur, thank you for the support, hun. Courtney, hello. I need cabin travel for the kind of smush cats. Ticket for Juliet the most altogether would be like 1,000 max. She's done zero proper research on this. It's not about getting Julia. She has no intentions on actually separating Salah from Julia, because here's the reason. That is that to her, she said it earlier. We have a child. That is what keeps her and Salah and her funkled brain in communication. We have to talk. He's got our child. Yeah, if she takes the child away from Salah, then in her funkled brain, there's no reason for them to communicate. So Salah always has to have Julia or them be together with the cat. She doesn't care to actually have the cat back in Canada. It's not about that. Thank you for the super chat, hun. Drama B says more Julia could be at risk. Stories incoming. Oh, yeah. And she's going to start, I think she'll flat out start asking for donations to get Julia back to Canada. I really do see it happening. Drama B, thank you for the super chat, hun.
It's fucking expensive. It's like almost impossible to bring her. $2,000. Like, he was going to come here and bring her.
I love how the two of these morons think that this shit was ever going to happen. Him coming to Canada, him bringing Julia to Canada, him coming here to live, and them adopting a child. So you all were just sitting around literally being delusional together, because none of that shit was ever going to fucking happen.
Yeah. $2,300 for a round trip. Her breathing, yeah. Yeah. Talk is cheap, yeah. Start a GoFundMe. It's not about the money, it's about the Muslim singles cruise. Really?
I hope she does go on a cruise. That'd be great.
Yeah. I know, I wish. Yeah, and I really don't want to go there either, but I guess I'll just have to put Julie on the back burner for now. I don't know.
That's great.
It's just like, you stress me out. I don't think so, Teardrop. Yeah, I think she would be okay. Muslim mingle cruise. I don't feel like being with anybody about. Maybe for the future. Oh, social cruise.
Oh my God.
Ugh. I don't think I'd want to meet someone that way.
She just wants to jump from relationship to relationship to relationship to the relationship. That's all. The only reason she's saying, I don't want somebody right now, is because she thinks there's still a possibility of her and Salah working something out. Ellie says, get your replay buttons ready for where she said Julia has a nose condition that can kill her if she flies. That's why she didn't come at the time. Exactly. Yep. It would not be safe for her. Ellie, thank you for the super chat, hun.
I'm so just blah right now. Too many swordfish connections. Yeah. He'd probably get his family after me. I should marry his brother for revenge. I'm just joking.
If you could, you probably would. But the brother, if there is a brother, I don't think that there is a brother. Would never even fucking look at you, Chantal.
We don't need any man mingling. Challenge your impulse, bees. Where's cousin? Thank you. Yeah, I need to work on myself first, get revenge body, and health, and then go worry about what I'm gonna do.
Are you going to get revenge hair while you're at it, Chantal? Just curious. Revenge body, revenge hair. You're just going to go out there and get snatched, aren't you, girl? It's going to be a hot summer 2052, isn't it?
Nope. We're not going to reconcile because even if we do, nothing will change. Like, I still have resentment from everything that happened. Like, if you think about everything that he did to me and I still...
It's all about what he did to her. It's not about all the shit that she just did to him. It's about everything that he did to her. LD says, but she wouldn't choose a guy who looks like her, not over her dead body. Not if it was the last man in fucking Cornwall or Africa or Syria for that matter. Never over her dead body would she get with a man that looked like her. LD, thank you for the support, hun.
Forgave him, and I talked shit on him and his family, and he's like super pissed. Like,
he won't you.
But what?
This is not about you not forgiving Salah. You've already tried to contact him. You've made up how many alt accounts emailing him, unblock me. I'm so sorry. I'm impulsive. I have anger issues. Foodie, this is about he's the one at this moment was not unblocking you. I'm sure things have probably changed.
Whatever. We have each other blocked right now.
Mm-hmm. Bullshit.
I just want to know, I want him to let me know when he divorces me.
Well, how can he let you know if you got him blocked, sweetheart? Slav, you're watching. Let me know when you divorce me.
Oh, Absy. Thank you, Absy, for the 5 gifts. Yay, ready, set, please. Shikran, thank you. Thank you. Right on. Gifts are good. Gifts are good. Gifts are good. Gifts are great. Thank you for the gifts you gave. No, I'm not divorced. You don't. How the fuck do you think you know anything about my life? I'm legally married. Thank you, Jenna. Yes,
Jolene. Well, for Foodie, that's her whole existence is having a man, or it's not even about having a man because for some women, you know, their marriage is their identity, and in a way, I get it. Like that's okay, right? Like they live their life, they're their husband, and they're happy with that. Some people are really like that, but the problem is we're not even talking about that with Chantal. It's not like she has this marriage with this man, and it's just them two, and they're happily like it's never even been real. The whole point about her even talking about Salah and dating and dishwasher is that these relationships and these marriages, it's basically like they don't even exist. These men don't actually acknowledge Chantal as their real partner. And Foodie gives it away time and time again when she keeps talking about the way that Salah disrespects her and won't acknowledge her and won't return calls and can't come to the family home because you're not his wife. You're not his other half. So she's literally been living in delusion of even having her existence be her marriage or a relationship. That's not even the case. So then it even becomes more pathetic because you can't even give her that much. I can't even sit here and be like, yeah, damn. You know, when Chantal is in a relationship, she lets that consume herself because the relationships that she finds herself in, at least in the last 7 years or so, right? 6, I don't know, I've lost count, aren't even real. They're just imagine. She's made it up in her imagination. It's fucking insanity. Just like this, all this shit that you hear about dishwasher. She will go on and on and on and on about this relationship that she had with Swordfish. Do you know none of that ever existed? He only was willing to claim Chantal for about 5 days out of the time that she thinks that they were really in a relationship together. She's so delusional that she will even go as far as to say that she's the one who ended the relationship. Dishwasher and Dee Dee had to basically threaten Chantal with legal action if she didn't stop contacting them. It's just really next level psychotic. It really is. And Jolene, thank you for the super chat, hon.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's very important to remind ourselves of that. We are not just talking about a person, a woman who wants a man to consume her. It's far more insane than that. She wants a man that's willing to pretend to be in a relationship with her, and then she's going to let that consume her. That's basically what I'm trying to say here.
I got married in.
It's not a good relationship. It's not a bad relationship. It's not an abusive relationship. It's not, I wouldn't even necessarily say it's a cheating relationship. This, especially since she's been back home from Syria. When she left Syria and she came back home to Canada, this pretty much was over. It was dead in the water. And she's held on to this fake fucking marriage relationship for all of those months. And she's let it consume her. Exactly. Hello, Mrs. Unbreakable Pie. Is it face? Chantal is a side piece. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't even know if I would even call her that. I don't even know if I would call her that. She is just a useful Canadian fucking clown. That basically sums it up. A useful Canadian fucking clown sometimes. Thank you for the super chat, hon.
Kuwait. Is that legally binding in Canada? I got married in Kuwait. Is that legally binding in Canada? Yes, a marriage performed in Kuwait is generally recognized as legally valid in Canada.
See how she continues to read, but she stops reading out loud? Why do you think that she stopped reading out loud? Why do you think that she stopped reading out loud? Do you think it told her something that she didn't want to admit to? That maybe she needed to get the marriage recognized in Canada somehow, and she didn't want to say that part out loud? I think so. I think it continued to say some shit that she hadn't done yet to make her marriage null and void in Canada, is what I think. So she shut the fuck up. Maui says she is so delusional, it's actually getting scary. Yeah, you could say that for sure. Like her showing back up in Syria. I know, it's great. Thank you for the super chat, hon. Tap, tap. Let's hear it again.
Thank you, Jenna. Yes, we are. Mm-hmm.
Yes, we are.
I got married in Kuwait. Is that legally binding in Canada? Yes, a marriage performed in Kuwait is generally recognized as legally valid in Canada. Yeah.
Better. Look at that. Look at this motherfucker. And we're just supposed to believe that didn't continue to say some shit that don't apply to you and your marriage to Salah, Chantal. Please.
And I have a copy of it.
Show it. Show it.
No.
Why do you care at this point? Knowing, like you said, there's no going back. You said too many things about his family. Why do you care to show the one thing that you have to prove to the haters that your marriage is real, but you just fucking refuse to, which is the marriage certificate? We'll show it, Chantal. The only reason two. Either you won't show it because it does not exist, or you won't show it because you know it's not real, and you know people will know it's not real.
No more than ChatGPT, PJ? You don't. It's a legal fucking marriage. You think it's just a fake marriage? We went to a courthouse. Thank you, Juicy.
I just want to remind you guys that she didn't understand anything that was happening while she was getting quote unquote married. She didn't understand what was being said. It was being translated through Salah.
Like, good for you. Well, you don't know your facts then. Clearly. I just read it to you. It's illegal. Like, do you know more than the fucking internet? Yeah, antimatter. Thank you.
Seattle Sapphire, she's deleted the streams. She hasn't been on yet today to see what she says about it, but we're waiting to see what happens when she goes live today. And thank you for the support, hun. I didn't see her Twitch last night. Did anybody hear if she said anything? I would imagine she was just watching a movie, but I'm pretty sure she probably at least mentioned the situation with Salah a time or two, but I didn't get to watch it. Dinosaur says, if I lived in Syria, I'd keep my ATM around too. That's what I said. I'd be honey bunning this motherfucker every single day. I know. I don't get it. He sucks at everything. Thank you for the super chat, hon.
I don't know. I hope he tells me, but he's being a fucking child. Sorry, a man would handle things like not just block and fucking, you know, like.
I thought you had him blocked. So how do you know that he still has you blocked? Oh, because you unblocked him. You've already tried to contact him. You've made up alt accounts and he still won't answer your ass.
At least, you know, that. To at least communicate about that, but whatever, I don't care. I don't care if we stay blocked from each other forever. I really don't. He just pisses me off now. Exactly, Lola. I don't know, Canadian girl. Who are these dummies? Why are these dummies challenging you in here? Exactly. Yeah.
Maui, it's still here.
He has to hand in the divorce. He can't just say it. Like, legally. I don't know. I'd have to look into it. Yeah. I know. Sound of rain. You know, people like they. I don't.
Sad piece, but not able to sample Salah's buffet. Maybe. Oh my God. Thank you for the support, hon. Jesus Christ.
I don't know. They're just done. Whatever.
Oh, yeah, right. Treasure Pants. I hope she filed her taxes as married and included Salah's massive income since it was so legal of a marriage. Of course she did. Are you kidding me? Absolutely. Thank you for the support, hon. Kataria says, doesn't he still have a wrench? Yeah, but I have no idea. We have not seen Salah in chat. I mean, the other day she said that he still had a wrench. She was trying to block him. I don't know. We don't know the status yet. We are waiting for status updates all around today. Thank you for the super chat, hon.
Anyways, the stream is probably going to cut out when they deliver my stuff. Just to let you know. Yeah. He's punching.
You got to think about it this way, though. So I think we all are on the same page that a lot of this has happened because of his family telling him to get rid of that motherfucker. And just like I seen people in chat saying that his dad said, listen, if you want anything to do with her, you visit her or whatever. I could see that too. If you're going to talk to her, you don't let her see inside of the home. She's not allowed to come here. So they basically have told Salah to cut all communication, but bare minimum. And that's what he's done. She's admitted it. They don't video chat. They don't talk on the phone. All they do, hey, Shani, is exchange a couple of texts a day. And it is a couple. It's not that much. So think about this. It has gotten to the point that his family has had to step in and put rules, like lay rules down for Salah to follow as far as Chantal is concerned, to the point to where he's only allowed to exchange a few texts a day. And even when he listened, and he's only done that, he hasn't done anything else. He's only been exchanging the couple of texts a day. Sorry, I didn't text you back fast enough. I was pooping. Sorry, I didn't get back to you soon enough. Somebody was at the door. And look at what it's caused him. Look at the problems that more than likely the shitstorm that is coming his way because he didn't completely cut off communication. Just talking to her a little bit has probably caused him a world of fucking trouble the last couple of days, because you could sit around and think, oh, they probably don't watch her YouTube or her Kick and they don't know what's happening. His family, his sister, who she said out of her own mouth doesn't like her, is on social media. Her haters know where to find her through social media. She was just active the day Chantal showed her ass and talked all that cash money about Salah's family. They're going to find out, and they probably know. Just exchanging a couple of texts a day, Salah, look at the shit that you're dealing with present day. Was it worth it, buddy? Was it worth it?
Punishing you with the silence. Yep.
So my whole point is, if I'm to believe all of that, and I'm pretty sure it's true because she's admitted that he's only texting her now, and that has to be because of his family. And if they find out about this, so what's the next? If this is still happening and she's still humiliating his family and saying all these things, so the only thing left for them to do is say that's it. No more. No more communication. It's not worth it. So then we wait and see how she plays it today, because she won't. It's not going to be one of those situations to where Salah has cut her off and teardrops in the chat with Salah's account and she's playing it cool. Chantal does not have that kind of, I don't know. She can't. She's unable to regulate her emotions. She is just so psychotic, so mentally unwell that as soon as she finds out that if that's the case anyways, it's going to be a shit show.
Renee ordered West African
Well,
food.
I'm not saying that you're wrong, Boo Squeezy, but and if that's the case, if he's back, then his family has to be allowing it. Like, they must be okay with Chantal calling them their whole entire bloodline, inbred, dogs, all that shit she said. They must be okay with it. If Salah sticks around, it's not just Salah is okay with Chantal saying all that stuff about his family. You're not going to tell me that his family doesn't know, so they must be okay with it too. And maybe we're, okay, well, I get it. You guys are in Syria. Maybe you need her money to survive and you need to look at it in that way. But if they stay together and if he is back in her chat, they're all okay with it. That's my point.
Just hopefully soon.
We'll see.
Yeah, apparently Wolf Pup. Thank you, Habibi Sweets.
At this point, I don't think he can hide it, Sneaky. I don't think he can, because I don't think he can hide it anymore. I really don't.
I know. No idea. I have no idea. Like, I really have no idea at all. Oh, I love the sound of rain. Thank you. Reebies. Thank you so much. Yeah. Let's work out. Yeah, I need to. I just need to start working out and just focus on that, even though it's like, ugh. I look pretty and cute. Thank you. Thank you, Habibti. I have my undercap like this instead. I'm hyper.
Oh my God.
You have to start. I know. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Mickey! Mickey! Oh. Hi, BG. BG, why you know BG? BG. Oh, BG, why you know BG? Did you send me something? Hold on. Getting your mind on something else. Is that your coffee? Yum. Wow, it's gourmet looking. Yummy. Is that boba inside of it? BG!
Chantal.
No, BG. Come here, BG. I want a hug. Wait.
Does she do that fondue? Not
It's black
sure.
ice. Your spheres. Yummy. I'm jealous. How do you get it foamy? Beauty belch. Put your glasses on. Okay, what if we went on Twitch later? No, strawberries. He hates me right now. Get that out of your head. Wash that man right out of your hair. In May. But then I look around and see that someone is smiling right at me. Wait! I got a new friend. Everybody can succeed. All you need is to believe. Hey, Lavisa. You got a new friend? Have you guys ever had chicken for a barbecue, African barbecue chicken? The battles are uncomfy and cringe. Don't leave us. I won't. He was gonna rebook the tickets. Like, he came into some money, so he was gonna pay for the tickets. Remember, he paid the tickets. But then, like, I need to pay.
So which was it? Foodie. He either bought the tickets or he was going to buy the tickets. Go ahead. Just go ahead.
For like, I was gonna help pay for like the hotel and stuff like that, activities. So we were gonna split basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have to pay for my own clothes.
You hear that, Salah? I'm still telling him how absolutely successful you are. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, he got his money back. So he's really good with money.
He's really good with money, guys. I can't tell. He can't even fucking honey bun you right, bitch. If he's really good with money, he'd be fucking sex timing you every single fucking day.
I know. I feel like I really...
It's almost like I want to say, move out of the way, fucking Salah. Let me show you how it's done, buddy. Okay? This is how you make your bank in Syria.
Said some things bad. But at the time, I didn't want to be with him anymore when I said those things.
Oh, at the time, she didn't want to be with him anymore.
And I just have moments where it's like, it's just familiar. I don't know. I don't want to feel judged anymore.
So this fight, she basically admits this entire fight, and if you go back to the very first day, we played the reason why it even happened. Nothing happened between the two of them. She just didn't get a response fast enough. So basically, this all happened because she's insecure. That's it.
Nail in the coffin. But honestly, I literally took him back after so many things he did to me, you know? So
that was a choice. So you think because you took Salah back after all the shit, the Cabela shit and all the other cheating incidents, probably the ones we don't even know about, that he should take you back after you publicly humiliated his family?
Is what I said.
You cheated on me and I just called your bloodline inbreds and dogs. You should forgive me too. I forgave you.
Is saying something.
And that's what she's saying to him. She's making up alt accounts. She's sending that message to Salah. I forgave you for what you did. You should forgive me for what I did. And then we'll be even. But we won't because cheating on me is way worse than what I did.
Something like that worse.
So I'm still going to hold it against you when you make me really mad. And I'm going to say it again about your family.
Than what he did.
If Salah thinks that Chantal won't repeat this shit again,
the trust is gone. Yeah.
Exactly, Miss T. She is basically saying she thinks Noor moved in with Salah in the family home because they could not afford their rent in Syria. But you want us to believe while his family is struggling to survive in Syria that he took thousands of dollars and paid for a round trip for you and him to go to Malaysia? Yeah, right, bitch. Nobody believes that. Hey, C4. Everyone is deliverance but her. Basically, thank you for the support, hon.
I don't know, Teardrop. That's a good question. But when something like that happens, if there's an infidelity, if you want to move on with the relationship, you can't keep.
And that's the thing. And you know what? Salah has already made it. He's already proved to her that he will take her back when she says fucked up shit. She's talked about his family. She did that the last time she called him the R word. When she was driving and she was making up some scenario about him and another mod in the chat, and I guess them going off to Malaysia by themselves. I don't even really fucking remember. Remember when she called him retarded? And then she started talking shit about his family. And then not only did they make up and he come back, like he actually was seen in her chats after she publicly humiliated him. So yeah, the odds of him doing it again are very high because he's done it before. You're right.
Like, I understand that part. Like, I can't keep.
Like, a part of us want to be like, no, what man would what Muslim man would take a woman back after she did and degraded not only him, but his family, but he's done it before. So yeah, more than likely he's going to do it again. And the fact that she's deleted 4 days worth of content from her Kick channel, which includes said stream, it's very likely that he's already back in her good graces. Hey, Sequoia.
Flip-flopping and pushing it in his face because it'll just destroy things. And it causes resentment. Like, I resented him, you know? So, yeah. Anyways, I don't want to talk about him anymore. Honestly. Just exhausting.
Yep. And another thing though, like, again, there are lots of different ways. I'm not saying one way or another because really, I don't know. There's so many details that are left out. Like, how much money is she actually sending him at this point? You know, if she deep down, because she lets all this shit out when she gets mad and she thinks that Noor is living there and Sauce is living there. Do you think that she's willingly just going to hand out money to Salah when she knows that it's going to go to women that are living in his household? I don't know about that, because if you remember, circling back around to the Kuwaiti days when she would purposely tank her channel and do less content on her channel so he could only have so much extra money left over. She is that type of person. So we don't even know how much money she's, if any at all. And you're like, well, why would he stick around? Well, he's not really though. He's not really sticking around. She has said it. See, I thought they were FaceTiming, and when she wasn't live at nighttime that she was talking to Salah all day and all night on the phone. No, that's not the case. They're not talking. They're texting a couple of times a day, and that's fucking it. And that's been it basically since she's been back. So I don't know. Like, there's too many possibilities of this situation. I cannot say for sure at all. Sassy Cat says she claims he has a storefront in the house, but yet hasn't seen it. I think he's renting out rooms to cousins who couldn't afford their former home. Could be. I definitely think that Salah was saving a lot of money. I think he was skimming money off the top. Just like the other day, she said the car payment was $800. I doubt it. Maybe, but I doubt it, right? He probably told her that. He's the one who took care of the bills. Remember, she told us over and over and over and over and over. Hey, Missy. So yeah, he could have said 800, put 500 towards the car, 300 in his bank account. Remember how good he is with money? Oh yeah, we know. We know. Oh, the rent is $1,200. Rent was probably $900. He was putting another $300 in a savings. So he could, start a business or have a savings and be able to do the things that he wants to do. So if he went to Syria, remember how she keeps saying that he keeps telling her that he came into some kind of money? He probably got access to his own money that he was saving up from the time that he was with Chantal. I guarantee that's the money that she's talking about. I don't think that he had any kind of inheritance or anything that he got when he arrived in Syria. It was probably finally access to his own money that he had been saving from the 3 years that he was married to Chantal. And that's a long time to be taking his cut off the top and putting money away. So he's probably got him a little nest egg. There's more than Salah living there for sure. Hence, no video calls. Oh, yeah, for sure. I agree with that. Whether that be a wife or family members or cousins or whoever, I don't know. I cannot say for sure what the situation is, if he will be back, if they're broke up for good. Honestly, you just kind of throw scenarios out there and just watch and wait and see what happens. Sassy Cat, thank you for the super chat, hun.
Yeah.
but you have to listen to what she says. And we always say this, you go through the boring shit, you kind of, pick out the little nuggets or whatever, you put them away for a rainy day, and then she starts talking and you're like, oh, remember when she said this? And you put the pieces of the puzzles together, then you can figure the shit out.
He's not very good with like emotional stuff. Yeah.
Hey, Chuck.
Cocoa Pickles.
On the Lord's Day. Yes, devil woman. Yep.
It'll be the same thing. Yeah. Fart in the wind. I ordered African food. I'll show you when it gets here. Yeah. You had Ethiopian food? Cocoa Pickles.
She was the dippy lady that would, I think she was somewhat trolling Chantal. She married a man, moved to, was it Egypt? And it seems that he's been physically abusing her. And Chantal is laughing and saying, you better leave my sister alone. I'm going to come for you. I'm like, dude, you're not doing this. You're going to piss that man off. And you're not doing that woman any favors. You just need to sit down and shut the fuck up.
Is that Rudolph, that dirty stinking rat? You know Rudolph.
It is very sad.
Get him.
It is very sad, but anybody talking about it, bringing attention to it, is not doing that woman any favors. All you're going to do by saying things about that man and what he is, if he hears it, it's going to make him mad, and he's going to take it out on her. Hey, bunny. That's how shit like that works. That woman don't stand a fucking chance.
Yeah, I confronted him about it, and then he sent me a video of him deleting it. You can just delete it again. You can just download it again. Like,
she confronted him about, what was it, Snapchat? Was that what she's talking about? And he sent her a video of him deleting Snapchat off his phone. My God.
Yeah. But I forgave all that. I forgave all that.
Forgave all of it. I forgave it all, Salah. You hear me? Now you forgive me.
Because I love him. I hate saying I love him now, but I do. That will not go away for a while, probably. Yeah, my feelings are not drama. Yeah, right.
Yes, LD. And you know what? Even if he is trying to stay out of the spotlight and keep it on the low, that the way Chantal responds to this situation will tell it all. We don't need Salah to come and chat to know that they're back together. All we need is for Chantal to talk. That's it. And she doesn't even have to say that they're back together. We can read through the lines, right? We shall see if Salah has a spine and puts his family first, or if he is the character we suspect. Yep. And thank you for the support, hon.
I did see his Snapchat, because this was when I was with him physically, and I went through it. I didn't see anything. I didn't see any, conversations with women, to be honest.
You're not going to see conversations. That's the whole thing with Snapchat. It disappears. Snapchat messages, they automatically, delete 24 hours or something. That's the whole point, Chantal. Oh, I was on a Snapchat and I was going through and I didn't see anything. No shit. Duh.
But I still was sus that he had it. He had a lot of family on it and stuff. Hey, where Barbie? Oh my God, the dark chocolate gelato is so good. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't see like women, but
you know what? I've said this before. I agree to a certain extent. I do. If you really feel like you have a reason to believe and you just need the solid evidence, and if you get that evidence, you're going to get the fuck out. Well, but if you already suspect it, more than likely that's enough for you to fucking go ahead and cut your losses and get the fuck out. But if you really feel like you need the evidence so you can fucking get out of that relationship, then so fucking be it. But if you're just going to go in there and find something, show it to them, and use it as a way for them to cut off whoever they're talking to and promise to never do it again, then you're a fucking fool. An absolute fool.
yeah.
Hey, Wednesday.
You said, yeah, that's what I said. Was it worth $13? No. Actually, it was like so delicious. Like the dark chocolate flavor was unreal. But it should only be like $7, like $8. But it's downtown, it's on the market, it's a shoe place. Like, hello, you know? My food's on the way.
Berta says, my husband and I have very close friends of opposite sex, and we hug them and kiss cheeks, but we are friends with each other's friends. He travels for work with beautiful women, and I'm not jealous because we trust is real with real love. That's true, Big Bertha. And not everybody has that same experience, though. And trust me, I know. I listen to a lot of different friends and hear a lot of different opinions. And being in that's the thing. I don't like to gaslight people into thinking, you know, if they suspect something, that just means that they're insecure. I don't think that that's fair to them. But I will always say, if you find what you're looking for, then do what you need to do with it. Mm-hmm. And thank you for the support, Bertha. I appreciate you, girl. Half Pint, hello, says she doesn't love him. She loves the idea of him. Exactly. And that's all it is. We've said that time and time and time again. Agreed. And thank you for the super chat.
Yum. Excuse me. I know. Yeah. I didn't see the man in front of me.
You have to realize what her idea of a husband actually is. I mean, you guys, she wants this man, and we're going to have to use Salah for an example for the obvious reasons, right? She wants this man who has a family, who's 10 years younger than her. Not only does he have a family, he had friends when they first met. She doesn't want him to have relationships with his family. She's gave that away. She doesn't want him to have relationship with his friends. She gave that away. She wants him to sit in an apartment and lay in the bed and watch movies, eat food, smoke shisha with her every single day. That's it. Don't go to work. Don't have a life outside of me. And not only don't have a life outside of me, but we're not even going to have a life together. It's not like they're going on, you know, trips and they're seeing the world and they're having all this fun together and going all these places. And even if they do go anywhere, it's her sitting down in a hotel room and getting mad. And if he wants to go out and see places, he has to live stream so she can keep an eye on him. That is how sick and disgusting this whole situation is. Hello, Desi. Beautiful skinny Yaba. I say this is Salah's chance to shine and show the world he has it, and never speak to her again because she will get worse and not better. I agree. And you know what? Good for you, Salah. Stand up for yourself and your family. You got this, bro. How'd I do? Good, huh? All right. Desi, thank you, girl. I appreciate you. What man, what woman wants to live like that? Like, we as human beings are not meant to live like that with no absolute nothing in life to look forward to other than fucking food. She shits herself, says, can we do a poll asking if people go through their partner's phones to check for cheating? Because I don't, and now I'm wondering if I'm weird. Sure. Yes, we can do a poll. Remember, the poll is anonymous. Answer truthfully. But I feel like that's, here's the thing with that. She shits herself. There are people probably out there who do that often. Like they go through, like it's probably like a daily thing. People live like that. Trust me, I know a few people that do. And then there are people who maybe have just checked every so often to see. I don't know. God, just saying that stresses me the fuck out. If you're living like that, you don't have to. Just be single. You don't need a partner. You don't need to be in a relationship. Free yourself of even having those thoughts by just fucking being single. It's really that simple. But yes, I'll run a poll, and thank you for the support, hun. Desi's mama says she has no clue what marriage is or how to have a relationship with him or anyone. I agree. With a friend, the only person I feel like she can have somewhat of a relationship with, relationship, is Peter. Because mentally, they are damn near on the same level, if not the same exact level. And thank you for the super chat, hun. Freya says, part of the reason I got weight loss surgery is because I want to miss any part of life with my son and my husband. Now I can travel more comfortably and keep up. See what I mean? So what you're telling us is that you put work into your marriage, into your relationship with your son, so you can get more out of it. That is how life is supposed to work. And Chantal does not understand that. She doesn't understand that being healthier and losing weight will make her relationship with who the fuck ever so much more better. No, people must change for her. She doesn't change for other people. And Freya, thank you for the support, even though it's going to make her life better. Let's do the poll.
What's this? Oh my God.
Oh God. Do you go through partner's phone?
Tell us every taste sensation. It was creamy a bit. Like, I don't know. It was so good. I don't know. I love dark chocolate. For me
All right,
personally.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. And here's also a thing, like for me with phones and things like that. Like even if I have to do a phone check for my kids, is I will skim through and go through what I feel like I need to go through, because I always feel like a respect for, not that kids need like a lot of privacy or whatever, but there are conversations that are had with their little friends or whatever, that maybe they're talking about their mom or their sister, and it's the same with your parents. So even if we're talking about just going through your partner's anything, it's so invasive. Like I'm not subjected to know everything about what goes on in Sam's kid's life. It's not my business. If there's something she wants to share with me, that's fair. I'll be here to listen, and we can, whatever the case may be. But it's not my business to go through, your phone and see your personal messages, even with your friends, that you have maybe online in real life, the things that maybe they're venting to you about what their husband did. Like, that's not my business. And that's the thing that's also very invasive about going through other people's texts and emails and phones, is because those messages were intended for that person, not for you. Like, those are your conversations that you are having with that person. And that to me is even more weird, that you would even want to see that. I would feel too guilty to even go through somebody's phone and start reading messages from other people, for that being a big reason. Leaky Boil Pondu says, in my honest opinion, if you feel like you need to check your partner's phone, it's time to leave. Being single is better than living that life. Love you all. I agree 1,000,000%. And even if it's just like you have these mental issues to where, even if you like have a good husband and he would never do that, but I just need to have to make sure 1,000% that they wouldn't do that, then you don't deserve that to be with that person, because you don't trust them. And it's just stress. And somehow you're going to stress out that relationship. So just be single, motherfucker. It's really that easy. Love yourself. Enjoy yourself. Kara says, I did 5K and hiking challenge yesterday. Hell yeah. Foodie beauty can never. That's right, girl. And thank you for being a member for 32 months. You need therapy if you don't trust a person for no reason. Agreed.
He kicked me? I don't think so.
Here's where she starts to walk back the situation with the man purse buckle.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't kick me.
Here's how I know this shit is very common. Okay. And even though I find the videos funny sometimes because it's like, whatever, it's TikTok, and that person might just be joking. But those TikToks where like the wife is watching the husband on TV and the caption is jamming or whatever my husband's listening to while he's driving to work and he doesn't know I'm watching. So, like, this is not something that's uncommon or something that just Chantal does. Like, a lot of people are very insecure and they do not trust their husband, their wife, their partner, whatever the situation may be. It's more common than I think that people are willing to admit. And that's okay. I get it. I would definitely work on that, though, and you don't need to live like that. She Who Shits Herself says, if you don't trust your partner enough to give them even the smallest amount of privacy, what is the point? Exactly. I agree 1,000,000%. She Who Shits Herself. And thank you for the super chat, hun.
No, he didn't kick me. Maybe he like nudging me with his leg, but so what? That's not abuse. Fuck. Oh my God, people are so stupid.
Oh, now other people are stupid. Right.
I hate the internet. Get a life. People read too much into fucking things. This is how rumors spread, yeah. Well, he's never
He absolutely kicked her. Yeah, that was at the very beginning of the relationship.
me dialysis, so it was a one-time thing. And honestly, I hit him first. I threw a phone at his face. Yeah, I know. We both were abusive at some point. Yeah. I have type 4 diabetes, SD, haha. Me too, Ventura. Why what, Gothjet? He just threw the purse at me, which I don't condone, but I was yelling a lot of shit in his face. Maybe, I don't know.
Where proud do you think that's what's happening right now as we speak? Probably. I don't doubt it. Thank you for the support, hun.
It's fractured your psyche. Yeah, of course. He's definitely angry of all the things I exposed. I feel bad for it in a way because I feel like I've betrayed like a trust between couples, but I guess a part of me just thought if I do this, this will be the end, So subconsciously, maybe that's what I wanted was the end. I don't know. But no, he's never been violent with me ever. Like physically violent until that one time, like with the...
I want to say this, and I'm going to tap it back because I want to hear her walk that shit back. We've said before that Foodie is the type of person who doesn't go through the proper emotions that you're supposed to, just living life, like all the different things that we go through, just being alive and all, you know what I mean? Like she doesn't have that because she just sits in an apartment by herself all day checking Salah's location. Like that's it. So the only kind of emotion that she gets out of life is whatever she can suck out of her community. And then starting these one-sided fights with a man who's in Syria who, come to find out, is not even entertaining her enough to video chat her. So with that being said, you got to wonder, because she even just said that she kind of blew it up to end it because she was just, ready for it to be done. It's almost like Chantal gets a high from doing this, like seeing how far she can take it, how many things she can say about Salah, how many things she can say about his family, and then seeing how fast she can, get him back in her good graces and have him unblock her and have him in chat and saying that they're a couple again, almost as if it's a game for her. You got to remember, she's not living an average, normal life, even as a woman, single woman, no kids. Like there's lots of women and men who live like that, but her life is so different because she just lays in that apartment and doesn't have any kind of social life with anybody outside of the phone. Like this shit becomes a game to her. Hey, Jesse Flowers. I did check an ex's phone once, but he was being shady and weird for months, and I had dreams about him cheating, and I was right. So that was my point. If that gave you the closure that you needed, because motherfuckers will gaslight you, like you're not crazy, and maybe you do need that closure just to have that closure so you can walk away from that situation. Like you could walk away without it, right? But it feels good to have that closure and know that you were right, that you're not just some fucking crazy bitch who's insecure like they try to say. That's what I'm saying is the exception. Find what you're looking for and peace out. And thank you for the super chat, hun. Fondue says, we all knew DV would be the narration she spun when he stopped entertaining her. It was the first fucking thing that she went for. This is her pattern as a DV advocate. It's infuriating. The entire fucking community hates when she does that shit. And it's always been her go-to. It's disgusting. Fondue, thank you so much, hon.
Thought if I do this, this will be the end, you know? So subconsciously, maybe that's what I wanted was the end. I don't know. But no, he's never been violent with me ever. Like physically violent until that one time, like with the purse, but didn't like hurt really or leave a mark or anything. I don't know.
If it didn't hurt really and it didn't leave a mark, so you didn't really take that as him abusing you, then why did you use that against him as soon as this whole shit blew up? You didn't say that when you described the way that Salah hit you in the face with the buckle of the man purse, Chantal. That's not what you did. Now you're changing the story. Now you're hoping that he's listening and he's watching and you're backtracking so he knows, hey, Salah didn't do that. It was an accident. And yeah, it hit me, but it didn't hurt or leave a mark.
No, he didn't get fit. He's not like that. And I left a mark on his face.
He didn't leave a mark on me, but I left a mark on him.
Like I threw my
listening, Salah, you hear that? I'm admitting that I left a mark on you. Unblock me, baby.
phone, whipped it.
Unlock me, honey bun.
And so maybe I'm freaking abusive too. I hate to say it, but
maybe you are abusive. You're mentally and physically abusive. We've been saying this for years, Foodie.
I have been for sure. I wasn't aiming for his head, but I was aiming for somewhere on him, I guess. I've whipped water bottles. When I get mad, it's not funny. I need help with my anger because I'm going to destroy my life and other people's lives if I don't get a hang of it. Yeah.
I need help, Salah. I'm going to take my medication. I'm going to get therapy for my anger problems. It's not you, it's me.
True, Mary.
Exactly, Crump. Jolene says, this is probably sad, but I've only had one serious relationship in my life. It turned out he wasn't serious and was using me to get the attention of a girl I thought was a lesbian. They are married now. Well, you know what? To be fair, Jolene, I mean, it really just depends on your personality. If that's what you want to find somebody to settle down with, great. If you don't, you know what? Life can still be just as great. Friends and family can fill in as much as a life partner can, you know? It's not always everything it's cracked up to be, right? Because you could end up in a very bad situation. Like, just consider it mark safe, if you will, you know? And thank you for the support, hun. Radioactive Gaming, hello. She just verbally abused his whole family online. Exactly. She knows it too. Unblock me, baby. I'm gonna take my medication. I'm gonna get professional help, okay? You don't have to worry about that, Salah, honey bun. I'll send you the 20 that you need Canadian your way. I'll send it to the guy that you know over here in Canada. We'll make it all happen. I'll tell him how successful you are and how you're going to take us on a luxurious vacation. I'll say it. I'll do it. I promise. Just call me. Radioactive Gaming, thank you for the support.
I threw a chair over, yeah, but not at Pete's.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, we need a honey bun emoji.
Yeah. I've thrown shoes and ice cubes. I think wolf pup, that's kind of what it was, because I was screaming and he told me not to scream because the neighbors, and I was screaming and yelling, and then he threw the purse like in my direction. Like,
Tap that back. Okay, so the purse situation happened in Syria. This is important for a timeline, right?
yeah. I've thrown shoes and ice cubes. I think wolf pup, that's kind of what it was, because I was screaming and he told me not to scream because the neighbors, and I was screaming and yelling, and then he threw the purse.
She was screaming and yelling in Syria. You want to know why his family doesn't accept you, Chantal? Because you're psycho. And you went to Syria and you showed your fucking ass. You were screaming in the family home so loud that the neighbors heard you all. So he had to tell you to shut the fuck up. Jolene, thank you so much for joining in the official support group, hun. We appreciate you. Things are so much different in Syria. Like, a lot of us said that we didn't see you making it out of Syria because of this reason, because you're so psychotic. Why the fuck were you acting like that in Syria or at all? But in Syria, no way.
Like in my direction, like, and it hit me kind of like.
I don't care. If I'm leaving my country, if I'm leaving the United States of America and I'm going to any other foreign country, I'm on my best behavior, bitch. I'm not cussing. I'm being the nicest, most well-spoken, not, raising my voice at anybody. You couldn't fucking pay me to go to Syria and act the way that she did. No fucking way.
And then he like ran after me and, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And he cried, like he was crying.
She's saying after Salah hit her in the face, now she's saying it was an accident with the purse because she was screaming like a maniac, that he actually cried tears apologizing to her. LD says, my little honey buns. LD, thank you for the support, hun. Crazy.
I think me being there emotionally exhausted him to the point of like,
yeah.
But it was just, I don't know.
Bro, you broke him. You broke him. Hold on. Let's see. Do I still have it? Let me check my desktop. Give me just a moment. You broke this man. You want a receipt? This is what we like to call a fucking receipt, ma'am. You broke him, Chantal. I don't care what anybody says or anybody's opinions on Salah. I think we all share them. But you're not going to look at this picture and tell me that you did not break this motherfucker down. Did he ask for it? Yeah, I'm not saying that he didn't. But you did. You aged this motherfucker 10 years and 3. I guess congratulations. And you know what, though, is so crazy? Like, thinking about this situation, we all say the same thing about Salah as well. I believe the majority of the community talks about Salah being, listen to him talk and the way that he acts. Everybody follows up with, yeah, he seems a little maybe mentally delayed. I can agree with that for sure, and nothing about this situation with Chantal makes any sense whatsoever. He's definitely something special. And I don't feel like, not that he deserves grace. Obviously, we've found out some really dark, disgusting things about him. I agree, but maybe he mentally can't fucking help it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm feeling sorry for him and I shouldn't be right now. Chantal tends to have that effect on the people that she comes in contact with. They can be the worst of the worst, and all of a sudden you're finding yourself somewhat feeling sorry for them. Anyways, back to you, cutie. Poor Salah. I hope he makes it through. Call me Salah.
I didn't feel like I felt like when I was there, it's like we hardly did anything alone together. It's like, where's my husband? It's just never us.
It's got to be just us. It's got to be just us. Who would want it to be just you all, Chantal? Who? You got you and Salah evicted the fuck out of Kuwait. This really comes down to your fault anyways.
Like, the cultural difference was just too much there. No, I didn't leave a mark. Too much effort, teardrop. We were fighting. I don't remember why. Yeah.
When Foodie first showed Salam, before he opened up his mouth and we found out the kind of person that he was, I never thought he was like ugly. I mean, that's just me just looking at this man who's a complete stranger on the screen. I never thought that he wasn't like, that he was just some unattractive Pete's, 30-year-old Pete's, whatever you guys call him. I didn't think that when she first seen him. As time went on and we learned stuff about him, that obviously changed. But when she first got with him, I thought he was a pretty decent looking guy. I just couldn't bring myself because of Chantal to say that he was just an ugly person, because I didn't think that. I really never thought that.
Yeah. It was hard a lot of the time because even when we would do family things, there'd be a point where I would have to just hang with the women and like I didn't speak any Arabic. So it was always like uncomfortable for me, you know?
Hey,
But they were always nice.
I gotta clean today too,
mean
bro.
to me in any way.
I got a lot of mine done yesterday, but I still gotta finish laundry and stuff and get ready for the week.
Refresh, guys, after.
Oh, her food's there.
To never get married ever again.
Or no, is it?
Can you see me?
Here we go.
The barbecue chicken places. Yum. Oh, oh. I'm gonna give her a bit. Not spicy. Alaska. I'll give you a treat soon. We should. Teardrop.
She's manic eating that shit.
Good girl.
Good girl.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Freya says, come on. He was better. He was way better than she could normally get. That exactly, Freya. And that is what made him such a keeper for her. And she even said it. She admitted. I don't know that I would actually admit that I was in relationships with anybody that I wasn't actually ever attracted to. That's so weird to say, but that was her big thing. She was so thrilled that Salah was willing to entertain her and romance scam her because he looked the way that he did. That sealed the deal. That motherfucker could have been a serial killer and she would have been willing to look past it. Anything that he brought to the table wouldn't have fucking mattered because he looked the way that he did. That was the selling point. Once she seen that he was willing to entertain her, that was all she wrote. She got rid of everything that she owned. She left Pete's and the cats, deuced them out, and fucking headed off to Kuwait. Not even a fucking second thought. That's crazy. And it was all because of the way that Salah looked. That was it. You need a car. That's why my theory, I'm so dead set on Salah more than likely lived with family when he met Chantal. Okay, that's why it took a month for Chantal to get to Kuwait. Let's put that at the forefront. It took a month. Why did it take a month? Do you think Chantal wanted to wait a month before she rode off into the sunset to see Salah? Did she need to wait for the next payday to get a ticket? No, she had the money then. She was making good money on YouTube. And that's another thing that people need to remember when we look at that old picture of Salah. Why would somebody who looked like that ever entertain somebody who looks like this? Well, number one, she was 100 pounds lighter. And number two, she was making anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 a month on her social media. Cha-ching, motherfucker. That was living the life for Salah, okay? Jolene says, just thought I'd say I wasn't trauma dumping, just stating experiences. No, it's totally fine. I'm okay and content with life at the moment. I love to hear that. You know what? I tell you guys this all the time. I find it very fascinating when I get these people on TikTok who are single. It's single men and women. They're both fascinating and what they do in a day and how they live life and how they just enjoy their own company and go into the movies and I'm just like, that is so fascinating to me because I live such a different life and they're happy with it. And I think it's great. I really do. I think that people really can get the most out of life, even if they're just by themselves. No, I never took it as trauma dumping. Sharing your experience is a little bit different. And thank you for the support, hun. Radioactive Gaming says, way better. Are you forgetting Scatgate? No, I'm not. Listen, we are planting some seeds here. Also, Radioactive Gaming, do not forget that, but I don't even remember which part you're talking about, but let me continue and thank you for the support. I think that Salah was living with his family. I don't think that he had a car and I don't think that he had an apartment. I think it took time for Chantal. So like she probably didn't have all of that money enough to get him a car, the apartment, and then get her ticket to go over there. I think that's what took the 30 days. She had to spread it out. But I think, yes, when you all hear the 6,000, I think it was 6K. There's a number that keeps coming that this relationship was built off of 6,000. I think that was the car and I think that was the apartment. And once she bought him a car and got him an apartment, he was like, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I need about 10 of you. It was like hitting a fucking jackpot, 9K, whatever the amount was, right? That's what fucking did it. And greed did that. Greed is why you are here where you are present day, Salah. Let's take a look at it again, shall we? In case anyone is forgetting, this is what Salah looked like before or right at the beginning of the relationship. Right at the beginning. And that is what he looks like present day. Was it worth it? Is the question. Remember the interview, Salah, the offer, I assume. I don't know if I've seen Street Carp today. I don't think so. Street Carp has made a very generous offer to you. If you ever want to share your experience, you will be compensated very well. And thank you for listening.
Come on. Mais dis, Serti. Oh, gosh.
It's fucking wild, bro. Yes, there's plenty of men in the world, Chantal. You're not wrong.
Good girl. Yes, just let me wash my hands. Wait.
979 votes. Do you go through your partner's phone? 91% say no and 9% say yes. Wow. Thank you for your participation. That's interesting. That's about what I expected. I like to see her get up too. I like to see her clean. I like to see her walk around. I like to see Foodie in action. I really do. Carp is good people, bunny.
Come on. Oh. You want a treat? Okay.
Her diaper's on. Oh my God, her diaper's on. If you're not looking at the screen, you should be. You can tell when she's wearing her diaper, like her butt is like she really doesn't have a butt. Not much of one anyways. And when she's wearing her diaper, it's like, it's more square.
You want a treat? Okay.
See? She wears diapers. I'm not trolling neither. Dead ass, that's a diaper.
Yuck.
You know what? Let's poll that really quick. One more poll before we leave today, please. Does Foodie, am I just seeing things? Wear diapers.
Good girl.
Take Katie, I know.
Yeah. Gotta blow my nose.
Oh, shit. Did she set the bag on her stove? Of course she did. That's a stupid question, isn't it? Oof. Boxers or briefs? Depends.
BG Serti. BG Sardine.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. If she's not wearing diapers, she fucking needs to be. But I'm pretty sure this is not the first time we've seen a puffy ass. I'm almost 90% positive she's wearing diapers. Chuck says, can you imagine the condition of that couch since we witnessed that booty gravy she left on the concrete? Girl, unless she's wearing a diaper. Exactly. And just in case, because I know these streams are just so fucking drawn out and we get kind of caught up on like certain things and we forget the order of business here. This was after she was out. Okay. So she had been out in public, and I think that she more than likely doesn't wear diapers around the house, but I think that she wears them out in public just in case. I mean, who fucking wouldn't, right? She doesn't want that shit, literal diarrhea shit running down her leg. It's got to go. It's got to go somewhere. Chuck, thank you for the support, hon. I appreciate you. Yes, LD at the beginning, girl. We went over that in detail. I've come to the conclusion, it's my opinion, that it's uncontrolled type 2 swamp ass. That's what I think it is. I think it's just hot Canadian swamp ass. Why don't you tell Big Cigarette to get a whiff of it and report back? How about that, motherfucker? You want to do something? You want to insert yourself into real life? Why don't you let us know what it smells like? Why don't you let us know how Chantal swamp ass smells? All right. I don't know why I said that. I just feel like kicking her around. It happens, right? LD, thank you for the support.
Come here, sardine. Whoa. Oh, great. Hello. Hi. Return of the Mac. Weird can be.
Yeah, Big Sig. Make your fucking self useful. I guess she can't when she's bedbound too, huh? Shelly Ray says, hello, my son is, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And here we are talking about swamp ass and bidet water and Big Cigarette. Oh, please apologize for the behalf of the support group, Shelly Ray. My God. Hello, Zach. Good to see you. Sorry, this is a really awkward first impression. I would like to tell you that this doesn't happen very often, but I would be a fucking liar if I did that. So I'm going to save myself that embarrassment in case you come back around another time. And here we are talking really nasty because it tends to happen. What you need to know is that your mom is into some really sick stuff on the internet. Check her hard drive, Zach. Shelly, thank you for the support, hon. Yulia says, so she left a swampy imprint while wearing a diaper. Think about that. No. So the the blunt situation, Yulia, was later on. I think she had already changed her diaper, and I don't think that she put a fresh one on. But I do think that she went bare ass, no undies to the bench. I think that was ass to bench. That's why it was like so much. If she was wearing a diaper, I think there might have been like a little trail. I don't think we would have had the puddle that we had unless it was her bare ass on the bench. And that's what it was. So Chantal went to the marijuana store, the Canadian marijuana store, right? Bought herself some weed in her hijab, sitting outside her house on a bench with her mobility scooter sitting right next to her, lifted up her, maybe she's not wearing an abaya. I don't know. Well, I don't know what she was wearing. Doesn't matter. Listen, we're going way off the rails here. Just know that she went ass to bench. That's all you need to know, Yulia. And thank you for the super chat. Carrie says, after all the swamp talk, can I get a goddamn? Oh, wrong one. Carrie, thank you for the support. It's been a long time, guys, since I've used that. But yes, you're right. You're welcome, Drama B. Absolutely. Jolene says it's not diapers. They don't make them that big. Yes, the fuck they do, Jolene. Do you think we're new here, Jolene? Is that what you think? Like we're just a bunch of newbies and all of a sudden we just started watching death facts on the internet. We don't know what the fuck we're talking about. We do. Tell her, chat. Tell her how big they make diapers. Go ahead. I'll go ahead and tell you, Jolene. They make them up to like 6X. It's true. And then after that, then you have to basically, you're bedbound at that point, right? You don't need a fucking diaper. They just leave one of those hospital pads underneath you and they roll you every 3 hours. That's how the shit works. But listen, I done forgot. It's Sunday. I took my son to the gym this morning and he's like, you're going to pick me up. So let me go out here and get back to my motherly duties. And I'm going to leave my support group hat here, right here. I'm going to hang it back up and I'm going to get back into mommy mode. I'm going to go pick my kid up after being a sicko on the internet for almost 3 hours. It's fine though, right? Right, Zach? We're all sickos around here. Welcome to the group. But don't worry. Once we turn it off, we get back into normal mode. It's fine. Does Foodie wear diapers? 641 votes. 89% say yes, and 11% are either in denial or think that she can't afford them. I don't know. One of the two. Thank you for your participation. Kiki, Ina, can I get a good for you? Absolutely, girl.
Good for you.
Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Love you all so much. Again, very excited to see what happens today. This is a very exciting day because Chantal can come on here. She can play it cool, whatever, but that should answer some questions going forward. Let's not forget 11% or teardrop that she deleted said live streams where she degraded not only Salah, but his family. And we'll see if they're back together. We can read through the lines. Love you guys so much. See you next time. Bye.